It's time for Wawasee Warrior JV basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network. Tonight, the Warriors will host Whitko. This year's broadcast is brought to you by Brian Wietrich with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorr with Remax Partner Syracuse, South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association. Now let's take you to the Hardwood Teepee. With the call, here's Reese Johnson and Aiden Cabine.
Welcome to the Hardwood Teepee, where we have a great matchup with the Wawasee Warriors and the Whitko Wildcats. I'm Reese Johnson for your play-by-play, and once again, Aiden for your color. Aiden was sick yesterday. We're glad to see you're back and better. How are you feeling about this game, Aiden?
It's going to be a great matchup tonight. We have the Whitko Wildcats, who are pretty good on their JV, and then we have the Wawasee Warriors, who had an excellent victory against West Noble, but then lost this last Wednesday against Columbia City. So they got to get another win so that they don't have a losing streak. And one of those parts was they got into foul trouble a lot. So I'm really excited about this game. Hopefully there's not a lot to make sure that we don't turn over the ball as easy as possible, because last season we had a hard time with that, especially with our two former players. They also had bad time with the turnovers. So the varsity's been working on that, and they've also been working on their shooting. One of the shooting is free throws. They've been working on free throws so much that after every practice, I always have to wait around because they're shooting free throws. So I have to basically wait around to get the basketballs put away. But at least they're working on their free throws, which is a good thing.
So, being able to practice with the varsity is very important, and I'm glad that they are learning how to kind of become a varsity player in a couple years. You talked about the passing. Make sure to pass insecure. Don't force a pass, Don't try to force it to your playmakers. Make sure they're open and maybe pass it around, because passing is a very important part of this game, and if you're not able to pass, you can lead to a lot of turnovers, which we have seen on both sides of both teams of JV. So there's a new a player that was off injured reserve that came back. This is the first game for us that we've watched him. Mark Haynes.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about him and what kind of injury he had?
So I believe Mark got injured during football season. He had injured his leg. I don't know the correct term for what injury he got, but it's in his leg. He's back now, but he is wearing an ankle brace, so then it doesn't injure his ankle that much. But Mark, he's a pretty good player. He's tall. That's another thing. Tall players are a good spot for us to have on our roster. And Mark, with him being back, that adds more, I would say, more superpowers or keys to our team.
It really opens up the offense having a bigger player. Wawasee, again, like I said earlier, doesn't breed big players, but having a guy that can power inside the paint is really important. And I think if he's able to come into it with a healthy leg and play well, it'll be really good for the team.
Yep.
Let's see what else. They're practicing right now. We got 8:44 left before the game starts. Whitko's a pretty decent team, I believe. Yeah, junior JV is pretty good. What do you expect to see in this game?
I expect to see a pretty close game comparing us against Whitko. They've been a pretty solid team comparing to last season. I expect us to be dominating the inside post, because Whitko's off defense isn't that good with staying in the post. So that's another thing. And also, we got to be pressing them constantly, keeping them from scoring at most. And Whitko has some pretty tall players, as we can see, so we're kind of outmatched with tall players. They have at least two to three there, 2 to 4, actually 4 players that are tall. So we're going to be a little bit outmatched, so that's another thing. So I think we got a tough matchup tonight.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah, they are a little bit bigger size, but we're pretty good at shooting around a little bit. We're pretty good at that. We have lost a couple player that was on JV that has now moved to varsity because of some absences. Shoemaker, he had to leave. Jack Shoemaker is now on varsity, and I think he'll be getting the start, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, I think he will be starting on varsity tonight, but that could change because our coach can change some stuff beforehand, but most likely he will be playing on varsity tonight. So another thing. Also, let's talk a little bit about Junior Warriors because they're showing up tonight. They are it's their recognition night.
For halftime, they're going to be...
Yeah, halftime, or actually it's pregame of varsity. So
really?
They will be showing up at the pregame of varsity and be walking out because we got to support those Junior Warriors who will possibly be in the future years, maybe the next JV player or varsity player.
Can you explain a little bit of what Junior Warriors is for people that don't know?
So Junior Warriors is a basketball program controlled and run by Nathan O'Connell, and every year we have some businesses contribute and basically add their name to a team, and we have one night where we assess the kids and see if they're good fit for the teams, and we then add them to the teams. And each Saturday, every morning, we have K through first teams play. We also have third grade teams play, and also fourth and fifth grade teams, which tend to be the most good players on the team. And every game I've seen so far, the fourth and fifth graders have always made it to where it's a close game. Like today, I almost saw an overtime game. There's been overtime games in fourth and fifth grade during Junior Warriors, so we have some pretty good players on Junior Warriors that could evolve up to potential Wawasee varsity and JV players.
Yesterday we saw, I don't know if you were at the game, but the girls also had the similar thing with the Junior Warriors. They had the girls teams out here at halftime for during girls senior night, and it was good to see them be able to kind of see the limelight, have people cheer for them. They were pretty excited when they made a shot. I mean, everybody was cheering for them. The student section was big yesterday, so I hope the student section is big today as well, you know?
Speaking of student section, tonight's theme is commentary, sports commentary, which is pretty cool because we're sports commentators and they're imitating us. Although the thing is, their sign over there says ESPN, which I don't think we
are not affiliated with ESPN. Yeah. No, it's got a little out of our budget.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool that they're doing sports commentary theme to support us. So congratulate us and thanks to them for helping us out, getting us the word there.
Well, we have 4:30 left before the game starts, and we'll be right back with more Wawasee Warrior JV basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior basketball is brought to you in part by the Wawasee Alumni Association. If you haven't heard,
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers in Napanee, offering real estate auctions, personal property auctions, and appraisal for over 30 years. Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers at 1203 East Market Street in Napanee, serving northern Indiana and southern Michigan. 574-268-4940 and online at hahnrealtyandauction.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Insurance in Syracuse, offering a wide variety of consumer and business insurance with group health plans. Northern Lakes Insurance behind McDonald's at 201 East Palm Drive in Syracuse, 574-457-5931, and online at northernlakesinsurance.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is powered by Sox Marina, servicing all the area lakes for over 60 years, offering Viaggio and Trifecta pontoons and smoker craft fishing boats, all powered by Mercury and Tohatsu outboards, and a line of XL hunting boats powered by Mud Buddy surface drive motors. Sox Marina on Webster and Barbie Lakes or online at soxmarina.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Jeremy Dorr at Remax Partners in Syracuse, offering a full complement of real estate services specializing in working with buyers and sellers of residential properties. Jeremy Dorr at Remax Partners, 300 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-518-0492, and online at jeremydorr.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by South Shore Social at 10601 North State Road 13, Syracuse, offering an entertainment and dining experience featuring golf and multi-sport simulators, darts, shuffleboard, elevated cuisine, and handcrafted cocktails, including a martini and bourbon lounge. South Shore Social, just north of Wawasee Middle School, 574-337-3131, and online at southshoresocial.net.
Here is a public service announcement from 93.7 FM The Mix.
In sports, only one team walks away with the W.
Only one team gets the trophy.
And only one player is named MVP.
But that doesn't mean everyone else who competed leaves empty-handed. I'm Allie Ward from Boonville High School.
And I'm Caleb Ferguson from Columbus North High School. In education-based athletics, no matter who comes out on top, every student-athlete walks away having grown as a person.
Every team walks away learning invaluable life lessons.
From responsibility to collaboration to integrity.
We're thankful to have coaches and mentors who always prioritize learning and growing over winning at all costs.
They're helping us build a mentality of development that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the growth mindset they develop by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is the second classroom. This is your IHSAA.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood Teepee, where your Wawasee Warriors are against this Whitko Wildcats. We have 45 seconds left here. Let's get into the starters. You want to talk about Whitko's starters and keys to the victory?
Yes, let's start off with Whitko's keys. Actually, their keys are limiting turnovers. They want to control the defensive glass, so make sure that Wawasee can't get any layups. And they also want to play with tempo, be fast and tough. Their starters are number 2, Lincoln Bowers, number 10, Holden Bradford, number 20, Davin Day, number 25, Crew Ebbinghaus, and number 33, Caden Deneve.
And for Wawasee, your starters are number 10, Easton Rollins, number 30, Luke Lehman, number 22, Johnny Zachary, number 50, Dirks Miller, and number 32, Mason Worrell. Now, Wawasee's keys to victory are to limit offensive turnovers, which we talked about earlier, how they struggle with that. Force defensive turnovers, which, again, we've talked about. And then to shoot good shots to make sure that you're not getting blocked or making just a tough shot just because you think you could win the game with that shot. So a lot of these things are stuff that they have been struggling with, and they're great keys, I think. So right now, they're in the huddle right now announcing these starters. We have about a couple minutes before this game starts. Anything else you want to add before the game starts, Aiden?
It's going to be a tough matchup, though, Reese. I can tell you that, though.
Yeah, they got a little bit of size here, Whitko. But it's going to be an exciting game. Last game we commentated, it came down to kind of the wire, and it was really fun to be there. Really fun for the wire. Come straight down to the wire.
It's always good whenever a game is close, and because you always want to think there might be an overtime visit, but there isn't.
Yeah. All right, they're in the semicircle now. Johnny Zachary is up against Davin Day. Ref is bouncing the ball here. Going to throw it up here. All right, Zachary bounces it back to Worrell. Worrell is dribbling here. Shoots open three, and it is good. Wow, right at the top of the key, open free there. Let's see, number 2, Lincoln Bowers is getting blocked heavily here. Passes it out to 10, Holden Bradford. Holden Bradford back out to Bowers. Bowers deciding, passes out to 25, Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus thinking here. Blocked by Rollins, dribbling. Tries to spin around here. Goes back to Bowers. Bowers blocked heavily. driving inside the paint, passes back out to Ebbinghaus. Gets blocked here, rebounded by Rollins. Rollins dribbling, passes back out to Whirl. Whirl back out to Young. Young shoots, and it is bounces off the rim, recovered by Zachary. Zachary back out to Whirl. Whirl tries to do a little spin around here. Whirl rebounds it, passes out to Rollins. Rollins for a three, bounces off the rim, recovered by Miller. Miller back inside the paint, pass it again, rebounded by 33, Caden Deneve. Deneve passes out to Bowers. Bowers back out to 10, Bradford. Bradford back up to 33, Deneve. Deneve passes back out to 10, Bradford. Bradford blocked heavily here, passes out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to 24, Day. Day back out to Deneve. Deneve back out to 25, Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus inside the paint, passes back out to 10 for 3, bounces off, rebounded, and it is good by number 33, Deneve. Whirl is just past the logo here, drives inside the paint, shoots, and it is good. It's a great play there. See, it's very fast-paced here. Let's see, Ebbinghaus double-teamed here, passes it out to Bradford. Bradford back out to 24, Day. Day inside the paint, shoots, and it is good. Contested shot there.
Nice job by Whitko.
Whirl, guarded by Bradford, shoots for a 3, and it is airballed, passes it out to, rebounded by Whitko. Ebbinghaus was trying to dribble it outside, but was fouled. Foul was on Johnny Zachary.
Yeah, Johnny Zachary. He's known a little bit to tend to foul people just to try and get the ball, so.
Rough house a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Bradford's inbound here. Bradford passes it out of bounds, trying to get it to 25, Ebbinghaus.
A little bit of miscommunication there between Whitko.
It's Warriors ball. Whirl's to inbound here. Oh, Lehman's to inbound. Lehman passes out to Whirl. Whirl in the corner here. Back inside the paint. Pushing through. Passes out to Miller. Foul on Warriors. Foul on 32 Whirl.
I think it was a charge.
I think it was, yeah. Okay.
And that's a special kind of charge because usually whenever a charge happens, the player usually fouls down, and that's a little bit of a different kind of charge.
That is true. All right, a little bit of a bounce off the leg here. Recovered by Whitko. Whitko trying to pass it around here, and it is out of bounds. Wawasee, it's Whitko's Wawasee ball. Lehman's here to inbound. Oh, no, Zachary's here to inbound. Zachary getting blocked heavily by Deneve. Passes out to Lehman. Lehman inside the paint, shoots it. It is off the rim, recovered by 33 Deneve.
Foul on Wawasee.
Foul on Wawasee. See, again, we're talking about these fouls. There's a couple more. There's been like 4 in a row, isn't there?
His first, team third.
Bowers. Thinking. To Deneve, double team. Passes it back out to Bowers. Bowers getting double team, getting pressured by Rollins. Recovered by Zachary. Foul. Don't know who the foul on Wawasee, I believe. Yeah, foul on Wawasee. Let's see here. Bradford inbound here, blocked by Whirl. Pass out to Bowers. Bowers tries to dribble around Rollins. Thinking. Passes it to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus kind of open here, blocked by Miller. Inside the paint, shoots it. It is good. Roll just passing half court. Guarded by Bradford. Passes out to Rollins. Rollins on the right wing here. Thinking, passes inside to Miller. Miller shoots a contested shot, and it rolls around. It is good.
Nice job by Dirks, getting inside and getting that easy layup.
All right, Ebbinghaus trying to drive straight down. Double teamed here. Still trying to spin around here. Timeout, Whitko.
30 seconds.
30-second timeout.
Timeout, Whitko, 30 seconds.
So far in this game, Reese, we've had a lot of turnovers, and Wawasee has 3 fouls on the night so far in the first quarter.
I mean, and it was like all back to back to back. I mean, we talked about the fouls and how it's been an issue, and they just got to work on it. I think maybe it's just a little bit of jitters, but they just got to work on it, keep going, keep going. Do you have anything to add about the fouls?
So I think Wawasee just has to remember to put their hands up and move, and hands up also allows the player to easily move and sashay over to the where the person's going.
Sashay, wow.
Yeah, sashay, yeah.
There we go. All right, so it looks like Whitko with the ball here. Let's see, it's going to be Bradford to inbound. Guarded by Whirl. Bradford thinking. Passes it to Deneve. Deneve passes it back to Bradford, hands it off a little bit. Back out to Deneve, a contested pass. Passes out to Ebbinghaus, but is blocked by Rollins. Out of bounds, Whitko ball.
Nice job by the Whitko defense, trying to pressure Wawasee to turn it over.
Bowers to inbound here. Bowers passes to Deneve, off his toe. Deneve, guarded by Miller. Dribbling outside by the right wing. Foul on. They didn't say who the foul was on.
Foul on Wawasee.
Yep.
Dirks Miller.
Foul on Dirks Miller. Now 34, Dayton Day is coming in for Deneve here. And again, Bradford's going to inbound here.
The Warriors have to be careful on fouls right now.
Yep, it's true. They have 4. All right, so Bowers here, guarded by Rollins. Back out to Bradford. Bradford back out to Day. Day back to Bowers. Bowers struggling to pass it off here. Pass it to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus with the 3. Bounces off the right rim. Rebounded by Whirl. Whirl driving. Spinning around here. Passes to Easton Rollins. Easton Rollins inside the key, inside the elbow, inside the paint. And
travel.
It's a foul. Oh, travel. Foul on Wawasee. Whitko ball. Looks like Bowers is here to inbound. Bowers tries to get to Ebbinghaus. Pass it to Bradford. And it is recovered by Rollins here. Rollins, contested shot, and it is good.
And 1.
Wawasee 9, Whitko 6 with 2:45 left in the first quarter. Easton Rollins here to take some free throws. Looks like Ebbinghaus is getting talked to by their coach here while Rollins is getting his free throw shots. First shot bounces off the back and is recovered by Whitko. Bowers passes to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus guarded by Whirl. Ebbinghaus back out to Bradford. Back out to for the 3. It bounces off the rim, recovered, rebounded by Whirl. Whirl passes to Zachary. Zachary back out to Rollins on the right corner, and it is passes inside, passes to Dirks. Dirks back out to Zachary. Zachary thinking here, passes to Whirl. Whirl by the logo, dribbling around, triple team, passes out to Lehman. Lehman thinking here, tries to pass inside, no look pass to Zachary. Zachary back out to Whirl. Whirl at the logo, guarded by Bradford. Pass it back out to Rollins. Rollins on the left wing, inside the corner, tries to make a contested shot off the rim, rebounded by 25. Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus passes it straight to Whirl for Rollins. Rollins shoots off the backboard, recovered by Whitko, but it is a foul on Whitko, and Rollins is here to shoot again.
Whitko foul number 10, Bradford, his first, team second.
Wawasee 9, Whitko 6 with 1:50 left. Rollins on his second free throw shot, bounces off the rim twice, and it is no good. Now Jaden Borntrager is now in. Rollins shoots again, bounces off the back again, and is rebounded by 24, David Day. But again, I believe it's a foul on 50, Dallas Dirks Miller. That is his second foul of the game.
And Wawasee has 5 fouls on the game right now. That's not good. So it looks like Whitko is going to go out to the line, shooting for 2.
Yeah, to Whitko's 2 fouls. So Day is here to shoot here. See what he does here. Dribbling, takes the shot, bounces off the back of the rim on the right rim and is no good. Here for his second one. He's got one more. Takes a shot, and it bounces off the rim and is good. Miller inbound. Miller passes to Whirl. Whirl. Getting guarded by Bowers. Guarded by Bowers. Trying to dice him up here. Pass it to Rollins. Rollins now guarded by Bowers. Rollins trying to think about it. Pass to Lehman. Lehman inside the paint to Zachary. Zachary tries to pass to Miller, and it is recovered stolen by 34. Dayton Day. Sorry, that took a second. Bowers here to inbound. Bowers thinking here. Passes to 34, Dayton Day. Dayton Day all alone here. Tries to make a shot. Bounce off the rim, and it is rebounded by out of bounds Whitko ball, I believe. Easton Rollins there tries to hit it back in, but cannot do it in time.
Easton, nice job, but although did not help him at all.
Bowers thinking about it here. Passes to Ebbinghaus with a reach. Had to reach for that ball. Back out to Day. Day passes back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus thinking here. Guarded by Miller. Passes back and inside the paint by Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus runs inside and shoots it for good. It's good. Oh, sorry, Day, not Ebbinghaus. Whirl inside. Does a little twirl around. Tries to shoot it and it misses. No good. Wawasee 9, Whitko 9, 59.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Whirl to shoot 2 at the line here. Whirl's first shot is good, right inside. It's his first shots of rebounds of the day, if I'm correct.
Yes, first free throw of the night.
Whirl here, second shot is swish right there. Okay, Bowers inbound here. Time. All right, Caden Deneve is now in for David Day. Now Bowers here, thinking. Tries to pass to Whirl, or tries to pass it to 15, Borntrager, but is recovered by Whirl. Jump ball, Whitko ball. Bowers here to inbound again. Just thinking here. Pass it to Ebbinghaus, and it is out of bounds. Warrior ball.
Nice job by Wawasee trying to pressure Whitko into turning over the ball. That's another key. Try to cause defensive turnovers.
Yeah. Whirl to inbound here. Pass it to Miller. Miller at the right corner. Pass it to Whirl again in the right corner. Trying to think about it. Tries to pass it back out to Lehman. Lehman. Pass to no-look pass to Rollins. Rollins tries to get around 15 Borntrager. Shot goes off by Rollins, and it is rebounded by Whirl, but then is kicked away by 2 Bowers. Bowers double-teamed here, trying to get it away. Pass it to 15 Borntrager. Borntrager pass it to Day. Day shoots and is good. Wawasee 11, Whitko 11, with 18 seconds left in the first quarter here. Whirl pass it to Rollins. Rollins trying to direct the offense here. Whirl back out to Lehman. Lehman back out to Whirl. Whirl at the right wing. Shoots it and is no good. Left wing, I'm sorry. 1.8 seconds left. Wawasee 11, Whitko 11.
Nice play by Easton. Although we wanted that
Day
shot to
tries
go
to
in.
take a shot here for 3, and it is good! Wow!
Oh
Wawasee was
my.
kind of caught lacking there. Tries to take a shot off, and it is no good.
Nice play by Dayton Day, trying to get that 3 after a long pass by his teammate. Easily gets that 3.
I mean, he was wide open there. I mean, you saw that. They were kind of unblocked there, and he just threw up that pass, and he made a great 3. The crowd of his team was just wild there. So we talked about these fouls, and there was a lot of fouls in that first quarter. What do you think they have to do to make sure to prevent those in the next?
So, thing is, they need to think smart, play smart. If you see something, if you see the person coming in to the basket, put your hands up. If you if you see they're trying to inbound the ball, yes, you want to try and steal it, but don't try and smack it out of their hands or try and push or anything, because that's just going to cause more fouls. So Coach McKenzie's probably telling them about that. Keep playing tough, but also watch the fouls.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what he's talking about right now. Those fouls have played a factor in this game, so we'll see how they do.
And that what caused Whitko to get a early lead.
It did.
Caused them to tie the game and then allowed Dayton Day to get that buzzer beater 3.
All right, it looks like Mark Haynes, Grayson Lashley, and Carson Shear are coming in.
Nice to see Mark Haynes getting his first JV minutes in this wonderful contest.
It is. Let's see here. Thinking about it. Well, maybe not all of them. There's some struggle here with deciding who to put in. Coaches are thinking here.
Easton Rollins, I guess, is supposed to be out there right now, and they're talking a little bit because all the players from the starters have to be out there that were originally playing. So
looks like
a little bit of talk.
Looks like everybody's a little confused here. They don't really know what's happening.
Rollins is still sitting on the bench.
All right. Looks like a timeout, White. Official timeout? Huh. I don't know. This is not. It's kind of weird here.
This is unusual, and you don't really see this in Wawasee JV basketball.
Yeah, it's a 30-second timeout here. I guess they didn't control what they were doing. Looks like McKenzie is trying to just direct what happened here. The refs were confused. It looked like Coach McKenzie was confused. They weren't sure really what happened there, and it was weird. It was kind of weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, so two of the players, there was 4 players on the court, and one of them was on the bench already, which was supposed to be out, because as you come out of a quarter, you're supposed to still have the 5 original players that are on the court on there. So as the one player, Easton Rollins, thought he could get just go sit on the bench, he actually has to wait until the players have been subbed in.
Yeah, and that's hard. So Mark Haynes is now in. Shear at the logo here, getting guarded by Borntrigger. Pass it out to Lashley. Lashley shoots for the 3, and it is no good. Inside the rim, bounces out. It is a contested ball, and it is Whitko ball. Bowers here to inbound here. Bowers thinking, and passes it to 15, Borntrigger. Borntrigger getting double teamed here. Passes back out to Bowers. Bowers on the right wing, guarded by Haynes. Passes back out to Borntrigger. Borntrigger back out to Bowers. Bowers thinking, trying to figure out who to pass to on the right wing. Dribbles out by the volleyball line. Back out to Borntrigger. Borntrigger thinking here. Back out to Bowers. Bowers on the right wing. Pass back out to stolen by World. World first open shot here. It is good. Wawasee 13, Whitko 14, 6:14 left. Borntrigger trying to pass it to Bowers. Bowers on the left wing here. Passes it back out to 33, Deneve. Deneve back out to Bowers. Bowers inside the paint. Getting getting blocked by Miller here. Back out to 15, Borntrigger. Borntrigger is stolen by Shear, but then is out of bounds. Out of bounds by Warriors, and McKenzie was yelling at him a little bit there. He was a little aggressive. He was mad about what happened.
I believe that was supposed to be a foul, and although it looked like a little bit of shoving there, to be honest. Shoving because both players collided with Worrell there.
All right, looks like Holden Bradford and Davin Day are now back in. They came in for 34 Dayton Day. So Worrell passes to Shear. Shear at the right wing, passes inside to Haynes. Haynes back out to Worrell, who is at the top of the key. Worrell passes it back into Miller. Miller inside the paint, shoots, and it is a contested shot, no good. Recovered by Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus dribbling at the right wing. Tries to shoot it, passes it back out to, tries to pass it to number 10, Bradford. It is out of bounds, Warrior ball.
More miscommunication is not what you want to see from Whitko right now.
Yeah, we just tried to make that nice pass and it did not work. Whirl. Falls down, and it is recovered by 33, Deneve. Deneve back out to Lashley. Lashley shoots it and is off. Recovered by Haynes, rebounded by Haynes. Tries to make a shot off, and is fouled, and it is Whitko, Wawasee ball. Mark Haynes to take the shot here.
This could be potentially Mark Haynes' first 2 points of a JV game and first 2 points of his season.
That is true. Haynes here to shoot. Bounces off the front. It is good. Wawasee 14, Whitko 14. 5:15 left in the second quarter. Haynes thinking about it here. And takes a shot. And it rolls around the rim. It is no good. Let's see. Rebounded by 33, Deneve. Deneve passes back out to 10. Bradford. Bradford back out to 15. Borntrigger. Borntrigger back out to Deneve. Deneve thinking about it here. Pass it to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus to the right wing inside the paint. Tries to drive. Bounces over the rim. And it is rebounded by Whirl. Whirl back out to Shear on the right wing here. Shear shoots inside the paint. Is no good. Rebounded by 33, Deneve.
Jump ball by both teams, and it'll be Whitko ball.
All right, Borntrigger inbound here. Guarded by Lashley. Borntrigger. Guarded heavily. Back out to Deneve. Deneve passes back out to Borntrigger. And then Borntrigger back to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus tries to pass it to, is recovered, stolen, recovered by Wawasee. Tries to shoot it by Whirl. Whirl is no good. Rebounded by Whitko. Whitko passes back out to 25, Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to 24, Davin Day, and it is good. And one. Looks like Davin Day is to take some shots. Is this his first fouls of the game? First free throws of the game?
Yes, it's his first free throws of the game.
See what he does here.
Mark Haynes has his first foul of the game, so.
Looks like Andrew Wall is about to come in, and
for the Warriors, number 20, Andrew Wall.
looks like number 20, Will Moore, is now in as well.
Day of the line, shooting one.
Davin Day is here to shoot. He's thinking about it. Takes a shot, and it is good. Swish. Okay, Wall. Pass out to Shear. Shear on the left wing. Pass to Wall for the three is no good, and it is rebounded by 20 Moore. It's a jump ball. Whitko ball. No, Wawasee ball. Shear is here to inbound. Shear, pass out to Haynes. Haynes at the right wing, pass it back out to Whirl. Whirl at the elbow. Shear for a three here, and it is completely airballed. Rebounded by 33, Deneve. Deneve passes back out. Deneve, guarded by Shear. Tries a little spin around move. That was nice. Pass out to Moore. Moore back out to 15, Borntrigger. Borntrigger dribbling here, guarded by Whirl. Trips and falls, and is out of bounds. Wawasee ball.
I believe Mason Whirl it's a second foul of the game, so Mason he's got to take a little bit of a time to make sure he doesn't foul again.
Yeah. Bradford here. Bradford passes to Moore. Moore guarded by Shear. Moore thinking here. Tries to get around him. Passes it straight to Wall. Wall for an open shot here, and it is good. Easy layup. See, Borntrigger guarded by Whirl trying to inbound here. Pass it out to Deneve. Deneve back out to Whirl. Borntrigger inside to Moore. Moore inside the paint. Passes it to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus is good. Whitko 19, Wawasee 16 with 3:25 left in the second quarter. Whirl out to Shear. Shear inside the paint. Tries to pass it to Wall. It is recovered by Whitko. Whitko, number 10, Bradford, tries to pass it back out to Borntrigger. Back out to Bradford. Borntrigger thinking here, guarded by Lashley. Back out to 24, Ebbinghaus. No, Davin Day, sorry. Davin Day has a little bit of a mess up there and is recovered by Haynes. Haynes pass out to Wall. Wall on the left side of the court, passes it back out to Shear. Shear at the left corner, or right corner. Pass it to Wall. Wall passes it back out to Lashley. Lashley back out to Whirl on the left corner. Pass out to Wall. Wall back out to Shear. Shear for open three on the right wing. It's no good. Wall inside the paint and is good. rebounded that and had a nice open drive there. See, Deneve with the ball here. Passes it to 15, Borntrigger. Borntrigger. Guarded by Shear. Borntrigger. Thinking about it. Spins around here, passes to Moore. And it is out of bounds. Is it Wawasee ball? No, I think it's Whitko ball. Whitko ball.
Yep.
Knocked it away there a little bit. And so it's going to be number 10, Holden Bradford to inbound here, I think.
Dirks Miller is in back in.
Yep, he is. Let's see. Bradford tries to pass it to number 25, Meghouse, but it goes straight to Shear. Shear inside the paint. Tries to take a contested shot there. It is no good. Foul on Whitko, and it looks like Shear is going to the line.
Nice play by Shear, trying to get it inside after coming straight to the basket. Now he gets free throws.
He does. Shear thinking about it here. See what he does. First shot is good. Bounces it in the front and back rim is good.
He's 1 for 1 right now.
He is. Johnny Zachary is now in. And let's see what he does here. He's in for Lashley. Shear thinking here. Shoots it again. It is good. Wawasee 20, Whitko 19 with 2:12 left in the second quarter here. Bowers is here to inbound. Bowers thinking here. Passes it to 10, Bradford. Bradford back out to Bowers. Bowers on the left wing here. Gets a little bit of stolen away, and it is out of bounds. Whitko ball. Wawasee ball. Sorry, Wall knocked it away from them, and it is Wawasee ball. Zachary here to inbound here. Zachary pass.
I'm surprised Whitko is not trapping them right now.
I don't know. I don't know what their game plan is. Zachary here. Zachary passes out to Lehman. Lehman inside the paint. Passes back out to Wall on the right wing. Wall inside the paint. Passes back out to Lehman. Lehman back out to Whirl. Whirl back out to Zachary on the elbow. Zachary gets a little bit of a mess up with the ball and is recovered by Whitko. Whitko passes out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus driving around here. Tries to almost lose the ball. Passes out to Bradford. Bradford back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Bowers. Bowers almost stolen away by Lehman. Back out to Bowers. Bowers back out to Bradford. Bradford back out to Ebbinghaus. Back out to Day. Day almost got stolen away again. Back out to 33. Deneve. Deneve back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus inside the paint tries to shoot it, and it is It is a foul on Wawasee. Looks like
Dirks Miller.
Yep, foul. It is foul on Dirks Miller.
Oh.
Oh, it's on Wall.
Checking into the Warriors, number 24, Carson Shear.
So Carson Shear and Grayson Lashley are now in. Number 25, Ebbinghaus, passes it out to 10, Holden Bradford. Back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Deneve. Deneve back out to Bowers. Bowers inside the top of the key. Number 10, Bradford thinking about it here. Back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus passes it inside the paint to Deneve. Deneve trying to spin it around here. Passes it back out to 24, Day. Day back out to Bowers. Bowers at the top of the key. Thinking about it here. Back it back out to 25, Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus inside the paint to Day. Day tries to take a shot inside the key, and it is blocked by Miller. Looks like he's going to the line here. David Day is going to the line, number 24. Foul was on Grayson Lashley. It was his first, and it was the team's fourth of the quarter.
I have Davin Day for 1 for 1 right now for the free throw line.
All right, let's see what he does here. And it bounces off the back, and it is no good. So he's 50% right now, right?
Yes.
All right. So refs are waiting here. He has one more shot here. David Day here to take the shot. And it is good. Wawasee 20, Whitko 20 with 39 seconds left. Shear out to the right wing for Whirl. Whirl takes the three, and it bounced off the rim. Is recovered by Wall. Wall for an open two is no good. Rebounded by Dirks Miller. Dirks Miller tries to take a shot. It is no good. Rebounded by 33, Ebbinghaus, or Deneve passes it back out to 10, Bradford. Bradford inside the paint, passes it to Dave. Dave tries to contest his shot, and it is good. Wow. Whitko 22, Wawasee 22, 13 seconds left in the second quarter here. Wall on the left wing tries to back out to Lashley. Lashley back out to Whirl. Back out to Lashley. Lashley for an open three, and it is good! Wow! Just as time expires, Wawasee 23, Whitko 22, with 0 seconds left in the second quarter. Do you see that, Aiden?
Grayson Lashley, his first 3 of the JV game, so nice job by Grayson. Got it off quickly, and it was a buzzer beater, so Wawasee's got to be happy about that.
Yeah, completely. This is a great game here. We're going into half, so we'll be right back with more Wawasee Warrior JV basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior basketball is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering CPAPs, respiratory supplies, and a full line of medical equipment with delivery for over 40 years. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, and online at GoshenHomeMedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brook Point Resort in Syracuse, offering a family escape getaway featuring a family suite which sleeps up to 7 people, indoor heated saltwater pool, outdoor family cove activities, board games, pizza and pop for the first night. Brook Point Resort, just west of Burger King on Bowser Road in Syracuse, 574-457-4466, and online at brookpointresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group in Milford. We are a full-service realty company, including property management services in Kosciuszko and surrounding counties. Our goal is to be a trusted advisor for you before, during, and after your transaction. Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, here to help make your home dreams happen. Located downtown Milford at 120 South Main Street or online at thegingrichgroup.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse, offering a full menu including daily lunch and dinner specials with a family room. Chubby's Pub and Grub at 1201 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-3855.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, 106 East Pickwick Drive in Syracuse, offering chiropractic, personal training, and rehab services that will get you back into the game. Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, east of Dairy Queen in Syracuse, 574-457-7472, and online at dynamicspinesyracuse.com.
Here is a public service announcement from 93.7 FM The Mix.
The camaraderie and community you experience in high school sports is unlike anything else. I'm McKenna Cruz from Greenwood Community High School.
And I'm Sawyer Tittman from Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Where else do coaches help their players develop as athletes and as human beings?
Where else do student athletes grow together and grow up together?
Where else do parents and fans from all walks of life come together as one to cheer on their team?
High school sports are special because coaches, student athletes, and fans know they are all in it together.
The camaraderie and community we experience is just one reason why we love high school sports and why it is unlike anything else.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the way they bring everyone together by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is unity. This is pride in your community. This is your IHSAA.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood Teepee, where your Wawasee Warriors are up against the Whitko Wildcats. It's a great game here. Wawasee is up by 1 point, 23-22, and we have 7 minutes left until this next half begins. Aiden, we talked about the fouls in the beginning of the game, at the pregame. This fouls have been a factor. Can you talk a little bit about what happened that have made fouls such a big factor?
So we've been playing a little bit too tough, as many people might think. You never want to play too tough, but the thing is, you don't want to play less tough.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with some of the players, they have basically a they have where they're blocking and they just can't seem to keep their hands, to themselves. And that's the thing, they want that ball. And Wawasee's going to do everything in their power to try and get that ball back so they can get this win.
They're just being too aggressive on defense, trying to get the ball, trying to
Yeah.
make that steal. We have seen some steals from them in this game, but it is weird to see that they are struggling this much. I mean, I believe in the first quarter, they had, 5 fouls?
Yes, Wawasee had 5 fouls in the first quarter, and that was not the best, and Coach McKenzie saw that, and he was not happy. But the thing is, he's probably telling these boys to, 1, stay out of foul trouble, 2, play even more tough than they can be, and 3, play smart and make smart decisions that can better help this team tonight.
I mean, it's not like Whitko didn't have any fouls. They had a couple fouls. I believe they had 3 in the first, and they had 2 in the second, I believe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those fouls against Wawasee have led to points. Can you tell us how many points they've had?
So Wawasee's had at least 5 free throws so far, and those have been caused by Whitko fouls. And for Whitko, they've caused many fouls for Wawasee. 7 to 8 fouls. So that's not good, and that's how Whitko got up to the 22 points so far. Many of those points have been free throws that the players have scored, and because of those Wawasee fouls. So Wawasee's got to pay attention and just stop getting into foul trouble.
That's played important part in this game. Fouls have been an issue all season, at least what we've been commentating they have been. I mean, it's understandable, they're a young team, but if they're able to break through that, they're playing well. I mean, they're sticking with them even with all the foul trouble. We talked about Mark Haynes in the pregame, and now he scored some points. How many points did he have?
Exactly 1 point on the night so far, and that was 1 free throw. So he got able to get to the free throw line, and unfortunately missed his last free throw on the 2 free throws. But 1 point is something, because it allows a player to at least have points on the boards to start their career, start their season at most. Because, Mark, he's been out for at least 3 or 4 games, so Mark's not been able to get on the game and be able to have any points. So if I were Mark, I would take it as seriously with that 1 point.
Yeah, getting out of that slump. I mean, he didn't really have a sub. He hasn't really played, but being able to score your first points in the JV game is kind of important. And I don't know if he played in the previous game, but being able to play now in the Hardwood TP and scoring those points, I mean, it's good for your ego. And ego's a big thing in sports in general. We saw a last-second 3 by Grayson Lashley here. How do you think that'll play a role, having that in this future or in general? Because in the last game we commentated, they also had it was a really close game, and they had a couple last-second 3s that helped seal the game. How do you think this could play out in this game? How do you think those last-second shots could play out?
I think they're going to be really helpful. And the thing is, we have some players who are really good three-point shooters, so we might see some of those players get some more time in the second half, and especially if we want to win, because those last-second 3s, as you mentioned, are lifesavers basically for this team, especially for a lifesaver for a win for a team. So
with the injuries in varsity or the absences in varsity, we had to have Jack Shoemaker move up, and there's a couple people from the C team that have also moved up. Can you talk a little bit about who moved up?
Yes, so we have number
Knoxville, right?
Yeah, or Nakasin. Xavier Nakasin. And we have Dalton Young. So 2 players from C team who got moved up, because 2 players got moved up to varsity. So once 2 players move from up to varsity, you want to fill as spots as possible. So we got some of the 2 players from C team who will be playing both C team and JV. And so far, both of them haven't been put in the game yet, so maybe we might see that in this second half. potentially if Wawasee is up and ahead. Usually they want to play some of the players who haven't had that much time whenever they're up ahead, or they're usually down and they want to get some more points. Dalton Young, he's a pretty good player. He's good in the post, so that might be another person who might play, so because he's good in the post. And Xavion, he's got good three-point abilities. He might be able to cause some more crazy three-pointers for us in this second half.
I mean, he's practicing right now, and I believe we just saw him make a three, so being able to warm up a little bit here, it's good to see here. We have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Let's talk about the Whitko Wildcats a little bit. They're a little bit of surprise. They have a little bit of bigger size, like we talked about. How do you think the size has played a factor in this game?
Yes, so their top player, number 24, Davin Day, he has 10 points on the night so far. So Whitko, with the tall players, it's causing Wawasee to have to play even more tough defense, and that hasn't seemed to impress Whitko, because Whitko's already has their tall player with 10 points. So Davin, he's taking a advantage of Wawasee's shorter players and easily making those good layups.
And that physicality that they have to bring to defend that bigger player is causing the fouls, and that is negative for Wawasee. So we'll see how they Coach McKenzie works on that now, and let's see how he improves. He's talking to him right now. We have about 30 seconds left. The refs are wandering around here, thinking about what to do, and the teams are discussing. Are you? Let's see. This Wawasee 23, Whitko Wildcats 22. And it's about the start of the third quarter. What do you expect to see in this third quarter?
I expect to see a lot of turnovers, but also a lot of physical, tough defense by both teams. They're mostly Wawasee is going to be trapping Whitko as possible because they want to trap them to cause Whitko to turn over. Whitko, we haven't seen them try any trap whatsoever, so I don't know if that's part of their defensive plan that they don't trap, but they might try to use that later in the game, maybe in the fourth quarter. So,
yeah. Okay, it looks like Nettrower and Nakasin are now in.
Nice to see Xavion get put in. Like I said, he might get put in because he's a good three-point shooter.
Yeah, we'll see what he does here. Bradford inbound here. Bradford passes it out to Bowers. Bowers guarded by. Tries to pass it to Bowers. Bowers almost out of bounds. Recovered by. Pass it back out to 33. Deneve. Deneve back out to 2. Bowers. Bowers. Thinking here, pass it out to Deneve. Deneve inside the paint, pass it to 10. 10 shoots it and is no good. Rebounded by Nettrower. Nettrower going on the right wing here. Thinking here. Passes it inside to Nakasin. Nakasin inside the paint, tries to pass it back out to Nettrower, and it is out of bounds. Wawasee ball knocked out of bounds by 25 Ebbinghaus.
A little bit of so he was trying to pass it. Wawasee was trying to pass it, and it got bounced off a Whitko player's back.
Yeah. Zachary here. Pass it to Lashley. Lashley back inside to Zachary. Zachary back out to Lashley. Lashley for a 3, and it is wide left. Inbounded by Whitko. Whitko. Bowers guarded by Shear. Tries to get around him, and it is stolen by Shear, but it is a... Bowers got it back, and it is back to Bradford. Bradford inside the paint to Deneve. Deneve tries to take a shot, takes a step, and it is outside the rim. It is no good. Tries to rebound it again, throws it up there. Rebounded by Deneve again, and it is no good. Foul on... I don't know who the foul is on.
Yeah, Wawasee foul.
Whitko is going to take a shot. Foul.
43.
Foul on Lashley. It's his second of the game. Well, they're not taking shots here, but Bowers is going to be here to inbound. Bowers passes it out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus sticking here, guarded by Nettrower. Back end to Deneve. Deneve guarded by 22 Zachary. Tries to pass it back out to Bradford. It is guarded by Lashley. Bradford back out to Deneve back out to 2 Bowers. Bowers inside the paint to Day. Day tries to take a shot, and it is off the rim. Rebounded by Deneve. Deneve takes his 2 shots, and it is no good. Foul on Wawasee. Deneve is going to take some shots here. Foul on Zachary. It's his second. Deneve here. First shot is good. All right. Luke Lehman is now in for Zachary. This is Deneve's he has 3 points on the game here, 1 foul. Deneve missed his second one off the front of the rim, and it is rebounded by Whitko, number 24, Dave. Dave shoots, and it is good. Netrower inbounded, passes to Shear. Shear unguarded for a second there, and it passes out to Lashley. Lashley on the right wing. Pass out to Shear. Shear on the right wing. Pass it back out to Lehman. Lehman back out to Netrower. Netrower at the top of the three-point line. Pass it back out to Lashley on the left wing. Lashley tries to pass it inside to Lashley. Pass it back out to Shear. Shear back out to Netrower. Back out to Lashley. Lashley for a 3, and it bounces off the rim, and it is no good. Rebounded by 24 Day. Day back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back to 2 Bowers. Bowers back out to 10 Bradford. Bradford thinking about it. Pass it back out to 24 Day. Back out to 2 Bowers. Bowers at the right elbow, guarded by Shear. Back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Shear. Shear back out to Bowers. Bowers thinking here. Tries to pass it inside to Deneve. Deneve inside the paint, shoots, and it is rolls off the rim. It is rebounded, and it is shot by 24 Day. Day is good. Whitko 27, Wawasee 23 with 4:26 left. Shear tries to take an open shot. It is good. Hook shot there. Bowers inbound. Bowers guarded by Shear. Bowers passes it inside to Day. Day gets stolen by Luke Lehman and recovered by Nakasin. Sorry. Recovered by Nakasin, I believe, right? Yeah, jump ball recovered by Nakasin. And Andrew Wall is looking to come in for Nakasin.
And for the Wildcats, number 34, Dayton Day.
A lot of jump balls, I would say.
Yeah, it is.
Like scrambled eggs, as I said in the last game.
Scrambled eggs, yep. All right, Lashley here to inbound. Lashley passes to Shear. Shear. Back out to Netrower. Netrower back out to Shear. Shear back out to Lashley. Lashley to Wall. Wall double teamed here. Then the right wing, right elbow to Lashley. Lashley back up to Shear. Shear at the volleyball line. Back inside to Wall. Wall for an open, blocked by 25 Ebbinghaus. Wow.
Ebbinghaus said, Andrew, nice try. Tries to blocks it. Causes Wawasee to get the ball.
It looked like an open shot there, but it was a good defensive play by Ebbinghaus. Lehman tried to inbound there, and it was blocked. It is now Shear to inbound. He's going to be guarded by Ebbinghaus. Shear passes it out to Lehman. Lehman back out to Lashley. Lashley to Netrower. Shear on the left wing, and it is no good. Lashley to shoot, and it bounces off the rim. It is rebounded by 34 Day. Day passes it back out to Bowers. Bowers back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus thinking about it here. Inside to Day. Day tries to spin around, and shot is good. Whitko 29, Wawasee 25 with 3:17 left in the third quarter. Shear on the right wing. Tries to take an inside shot inside the paint. It is no good. Sorry, foul on Whitko. It is Wawasee ball, and it looks like it is going to be Luke Lehman to inbound.
Whitko foul number 33, Deneve, his second, team first.
Lehman pass out to Shear. Shear on the right wing toward the corner. Shear pass back out to Lashley. Lashley at the volleyball line. Netrower in the middle of the volleyball line. Pass back out to Shear. Shear on the right volleyball line. Kind of by the logo, middle of the logo. Guarded by Deneve. Pass back out to Lashley in the corner. Right wing. Lashley tries to dribble it. Back out to Shear. Shear at the top of the key. Passes inside the paint. Passes back out to Wall on the left wing. Wall inside the paint. Tries to pass it back out to Lehman. Lehman inside the paint for a contested shot. It is no good. Rebounded by Day. Day passes it back out to Deneve. Deneve passes it back out to Bowers. Bowers trying to direct the offense here. Passes out to Deneve. Deneve back out to Bowers. No, Bradford. I'm sorry. Bradford back out to 25. Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Bowers. Bowers guarded by Shear. A little bit of a rolling ball. Rebounded by Netrauer. Timeout, Wawasee. 30-second timeout. We've seen some fouls already in this third quarter here. It's Whitko 29, Wawasee 25 with 2:17 left in the third quarter. How have they played a factor so far?
So far in this game, the fouls have been causing Wawasee to not get these easy points that they want to, and Wawasee has not been hitting threes as they wanted it to happen. Most of their players are missing at least 2 or 3 per possession. So
yeah,
Wawasee's got to work on the threes.
Yeah, and they haven't been able to get inside the paint that much. They've been struggling inside the paint as well, which has really affected this game because of the bigger size of Whitko. Lehman here to inbound. Lehman passes out to Shear. Shear guarded by Bowers. Pass it back out to Lehman on the left wing. Lehman tries to shoot. Bounces off the rim. Is rebounded by Bowers. Bowers trying to get around. It is stolen. Hit away by Lehman, and it is out of bounds. It is Bradford inbound here. Bradford thinking about it. Passes out to Bowers. Bowers trying to direct an offense again. Guarded by Netrauer. Pass out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus thinking here. Passes back out to Day. Day. Back out to Bowers. Bowers. Back out to Bradford. Ebbinghaus for an open three. And it is an air ball recovered by Deneve. It's a travel by Deneve. And it is Warrior ball.
Nice job by Wawasee. It was almost going to be a jump ball, but turns out it became a travel, because he stepped at least 2 to 3 steps before he tried to pass it.
Yes, he did. Shear has the ball right now. Shear passes to Netrauer. Netrauer back out to Shear. Lashley on the right elbow. Back inside to Lehman. Shear for a left wing open shot. Not good. Rebounded by 33, Deneve. Deneve back out to 10, Bradford. Bradford back out to Deneve. Deneve back out to Bowers. Bowers at the right logo. Back out to 10, Bradford. Bradford back out to Deneve. Deneve on the left wing here by Bowers. Tries to pass it inside to 34 Day, and it is a jump ball, I believe.
It's foul on Wawasee, number 40, Luke Netrauer.
That is his first foul of the game? First foul of the game?
Yeah, first foul of the game.
Foul on Warriors number 40, Luke Netrauer. His first, team third. Second for Warriors number 20, Andrew Wall.
Andrew Wall is now in for Netrauer. Looks like Bowers is here to inbound. Bowers passes it deep into Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus guarded by Lehman. Ebbinghaus fakes a pass, passes it inside to Day. Day inside the paint for a shot. Bounces off the backboard and is recovered by Lashley. Lashley back out to Shear. Shear inside the paint. Shoots it back out to Wall. Wall for inside the paint shot, and it is good. Whitko 29, Wawasee 27 with 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Shear is guarded by Ebbinghaus here. Back out to Day. Day passes it back out to Bowers. Bowers guarded by Shear heavily. Back out to 10. Bradford, who takes an open three and is no good. Airballed that one.
Nice job by Whitko, though, trying to pass the ball. Nice look by Whitko. Turns out that three just airballed, and that's going to happen.
Yeah, it will happen. All right, let's see here. Looks like Wall here passes out to Shear. Shear thinking about it, pass out to Lashley. Lashley inside the paint, passes it back out to Wall. Back to Nockeson. Nockeson inside the paint, passes it back out to Shear. Shear, the left wing, inside, bounces off his foot and is rebounded by Lincoln. Recovered by Bowers. Bowers passes it back out to 33, Deneve. Deneve back out to Bowers. Bowers for an open three, and it is airballed. It is Whitko 29, Wawasee 27 with 7 minutes. We're going into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back with more Wawasee JV basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Hi, this is Vince Beasley. Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty. We are a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes, as well as assisting you in any other real estate needs. Northern Lakes Realty has a hometown realty team ready to serve you. We are located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. They can help the residential or commercial customer with in-floor heat systems, high-efficiency tankless water heaters, lift stations, sewer connections, septic services, and well repair. Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. 574-457-9313 and online at wallacephc.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball, where your JV Wawasee Warriors are up against your JV Whitko Wildcats. Whitko's here to inbound. Bradford's going to inbound here. He passes to Bowers. Bowers guarded by Hackelman. We haven't seen Hackelman all game. Bradford is guarded heavily by Dalton. Passes back out to Day. Day back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Bowers. Bowers back out to Bradford. Bradford struggling here. Tries to make a pass off. Passes back out to, is stolen by Nettrower, and it is out of bounds. Whitko ball? I don't know.
Looked like it.
Oh, sorry.
Wawasee
ball. Shear out to Nettrower. Nettrower inside the paint on the by the foul line. It is no good.
Nettrower tried to bounce it off of the Whitko player, and turns out it made Whitko foul because he got shoved out of bounds. So,
yeah. Shear to inbound here. Shear passes out to Nettrower. Nettrower at the right wing, and it is out of bounds. I don't know if it was caused by, I think it was caused by Whitko maybe. So, Shear to inbound again. Shear pass out to Hackelman. Hackelman inside the paint, and it is good. Inside that key shot, open contested shot. That's a good shot.
Nice shot by Hackelman. His first 2 points of the night.
Wawasee 29, Whitko 29, with 6:17 left in the fourth quarter. Bowers guarded by Shear, trying to get around Shear here. Passes back out to 10 Bradford. Bradford back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus inside the paint to Day. Day has a double teamed here, and it is stolen by Hackelman, and it is Whitko ball. Bowers here to inbound. It is tied, 29-29.
Tie game.
Bowers passes it deep to Ebbinghaus, and it is almost stolen by number 14, Colin Hackelman, but then again it's stolen by Nettrower. Nettrower has an open shot here. What is he going to do? Tries to get a layup, and it is good! Wawasee 31, Whitko 29 with 5:45 left in the fourth quarter.
Nice shot by Nettrower, getting that turnover and then easily getting that layup.
All right, Bowers here on the right wing, trying to spin around here, guarded by Shear. It is timeout. Whitko, it looks like.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. So
it's been a close game, Reese, I would say so far. And Whitko has one foul on the night, or basically in this fourth quarter. Wawasee has no fouls so far. Let's keep that momentum going. And hopefully Coach McKenzie is telling them still to keep not causing fouls whatsoever.
I mean, they're having that momentum coming. I mean, that was a good play there. They stole the ball almost twice, and they scored on both of them. So it was a tie game about 2 minutes ago. Now they're up by 2. So looks like the timeout is just over. Dalton Young is going to guard Bradford here. Bradford passes out to Bowers. Bowers at the logo. Guarded by Nakasin. Tries to get around Nakasin here. Struggling to pass it off. Pass it off to Bradford. Bradford guarded by Nettrower. It is stolen by Hackelman. Nettrower here has the ball. Netrow thinking here, passes out to Young. Young inside the paint, passes out to Collins on the right wing. It is blocked by 24 Day. Wow, that was a good block right there.
Nice job by David Day. He said to Colin, no, you're not going to get that.
Netrower here on the elbow. Inside the key, passes back out to Hackelman on the left wing, and it is stolen by Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Bradford. Bradford back out to Bowers. Bowers with the logo, guarded by Shear, trying to direct the offense. Back out to the right wing, Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus back out to Day. Day back out to Bowers. Bowers back out to Bradford. Almost stolen by Shear. Back out to Ebbinghaus on the right wing. Inside the paint to Day, who tries to drive it, and it is blocked by Shear. And it is guts the rebound and shot again by Day, and it is good. Nichara to inbound. Passes to Nakasin inside the paint inside the baseline, and it is good. Bounces off the rim, rebounded by 10 Bradford. Bowers thinking here, tries to get around, and it is 10 Bradford. Passes back out to 24 Day. Back out to Bowers. Bowers guarded by Shear. Tries to get a pass off and runs into the audience. And it is a foul on Wawasee, it looks like. Yeah, foul on Wawasee, it looks like.
Number 24, Carson Shear.
24, Carson Shear.
Square foul number 24, Shear. His first, team first.
All right. Borntrigger here to inbound. Borntrigger passes out to Bowers. Bowers at the logo, guarded by Shear. Thinking about it here. Pass out to 24. 24 tries to take a shot off here. It's no good. They had no good on that shot. Rebounded by Netrower. Netrower pass it out to Hackelman. Hackelman back out to Netrower. Almost stolen by Bowers. And it is a foul. Foul on Bowers. It's his third, the team's second. Netrower here to inbound. Wawasee 31, Whitko 31 with 3:56 left in the fourth quarter here. Shear out to the right wing by Netrower. Netrower for a three. It is airballed here, and it is rebounded by Day. Out of bounds, though, Wawasee ball. He tried to get there. He got up in the air for that, and he just couldn't stay in bounds. Shear passes it, tries to pass it to Hackelman, and it is off the toe. It is a redo here, it looks like. Shear passes it out to Lehman. Lehman on the left wing. Passes out to Netrower. Netrower inside the key. Tries to take a shot, and it is contested. It is bounced off the left rim, no good. Rebounded by 24, David Day. David Day passes out to Bowers. Bowers back out to, tries to pass it to Ebbinghaus. It is no good. Straight out of bounds. Wawasee ball.
Nice job by Wawasee trying to get that ball. Turns out it becomes Whitko ball because he tipped it. So Whitko gets the ball back.
All right, 15 Borntrigger here. Pass out to Bowers. Bowers not at the half line yet. Bowers inside, tries to get to Day, and it is blocked by Lehman. And there's a timeout on a foul on 34 Young. Dalton Young.
Foul number 34, Young.
That's his first.
His first, team second.
I don't know what he did there, but we'll see what happens. Number 2, Bowers here to inbound. Tries to pass it out to 15, Borntrigger. Borntrigger does. Passes it, debating where to go here. Double team, pass out to Bowers. Bowers tries to get another pass off, and it is deflected there, and it is a Whitko ball.
Foul on Wawasee, Colin Hackelman.
His first, team third.
Borntrigger here passes it out to 2 Bowers. Bowers back out to Borntrigger. Borntrigger guarded by Young. Tries to get it to Day. It does, and Day tries to take a shot, but it's a jump ball. And it's going to be Wawasee ball.
Nice job by the Warrior defense trying to get that ball. As I said before, they're going to do anything in their way to get that ball.
Shear pass out to Netrower on the left wing. Shear back out to, or Netrower back out to left. Shear back out. Shear inside the paint, tries to pass out to Hackelman. Hackelman on the baseline here. Trying to take a shot. Pass out the net to Lehman. Lehman takes a shot and it is good. Wawasee 33, Whitko 31 with 2:42 left. Bowers here, guarded by Shear. Passes it inside to Day, and it is out of bounds, just over Day's head. Looks like Hackelman is here to inbound. Hackelman passes it out to Shear. Shear walks up to the three-point line. Pass out to Hackelman. Hackelman back up to Shear. Netrower inside the paint, takes a shot, and is off the rim. It is no good. Rebounded by 34, Day. Day passes out to Bowers. Bowers trying to direct the offense again. Bowers. Foul on Wawasee.
Number 24, Carson Shear.
24, Carson Shear. It's his second.
Team fourth.
Wawasee 33, Whitko 31 here. 2:06 left. 2-point game here.
It's been a close game, Reese.
It really has. Born Trigger, guarded by Shear. Back out to Bowers. Bowers guarded by Shear. Thinking about it again. Pass out to 15, Born Trigger. Born Trigger inside the paint, and it is fouled by 34, Young. Dalton Young gets his second, and it's a team's fifth, so they're going to the line here. Born Trigger, take the shots. This is first time at the line?
Yes. Yeah.
Born Trigger takes the shot. It is good. Straight in there. No bouncing around the rim. Wawasee 33, Whitko 32. 1:55 left in the fourth here. Takes another shot. It is good. It's tied here. 33-33. 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Netrower here to inbound. Lashley went in for Dalton Young. Shear getting ready to direct his offense. Shear passes out to Lashley. Lashley at the right wing. Passes it back out to Shear. Shear inside the top of the key. Tries to get it to Lehman, and it is almost stolen, but as a foul on Whitko, it looks like.
Wildcat foul number
15, Jaden Borntrigger. It's his first, the team's third. Looks like Shear's going to inbound. Shear thinking, pass it to Lashley, and it is stolen by Whitko. Ebbinghaus driving up the court, goes around Hackle and passes out to Bowers. Bowers by Shear, back out to 24 Day, back out to Bowers. Bowers back out to 15 Borntrigger. Borntrigger back out to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus trying to pass it around inside the paint to Day. Day passes it inside to Day again, and Day no good. Lehman on a kind of open shots, open here, passes it to Shear, almost over Shear's head. Guarded by Bowers, back out to Lashley. Lashley at the right wing. Goes back out to Hackelman. Hackelman back at the right wing. Back out to Shear. Shear back out to Netrower on the left wing. Timeout Wawasee. Full timeout.
Timeout Wawasee, full timeout.
Well, we'll be back with more Wawasee Warriors JV basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Quality Engineered Services in Syracuse. Manufacturing dash assemblies and wiring harnesses, primarily supporting OEM boat manufacturers and other products including marine, bus, automotive, and more since 2017. Quality Engineered Services at 1101 North Indiana Avenue in Syracuse. 574-457-3988 and online at theqes.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hartford Teepee, where we have a very close game here. It is tied 33-33 between the Wawasee Warriors and the Whitko Wildcats. We have 52.3 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. It's a very close game, Aiden, and I think this could go into overtime.
It's possible that it could go into overtime. I've seen times in the past where our JV team has went into overtime, but not this season. So this could be possible.
All right, Lashley to inbound here. Pass it to Shear. Shear double teamed here. Pass out to Hackelman on the left wing. Back up to Shear. Shear at the volleyball line. Back out to Lashley in the left wing. Netrower in the corner. Tries to pass it to Luke Lehman. Bounced off his leg and is recovered by Whitko. Bowers here. Bowers to Borntrigger. Inside to 24 Day, David Day, and it is a foul on 43, Grayson Lashley. It is his third.
Day at the line shooting 2.
Day is here to shoot 2. See what he does here.
If he misses these 2 free throws, it could go to overtime.
Bounces off the back of the rim and is no good. He is not happy with that shot, as anybody should be.
Timeout, Whitko, full timeout.
Timeout, Whitko, full timeout.
So far in this game, Reese, we've seen it's been a tie game. Wawasee in foul trouble, as we've seen. And Coach McKenzie's not happy with that as well. What he's trying to say to these players right now is you got to get shots as quick as possible and make the smart decisions with those shots. Because if you don't make smart decisions with shots, they're not going to go in. If you know a shot's going to go in, you're 100% sure, then you take that shot. And Wawasee's been having trouble with that because, as I said before, they're not doing so good with three-pointers and layups. So Wawasee's got to take a quick break there and try and talk and discuss how they can get these points to win the game.
It's not just Coach McKenzie that's mad about the fouls. Whitko's coaches are also very mad about it. You can see both aggression on their faces about how they've been playing, and because of the defensively how aggressive Wawasee has to be, they have 5 fouls as a team, and that's why 24 Days taking these shots. The second shot is good. That means it is Whitko 34, Wawasee 33 with 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Shear tries to get it inside the paint, pass out to Lehman. Lehman is almost stolen. Shear tries to bounce it around, and it is fumbled, and it is Whitko ball. They got to try to foul him. Shear does foul him, and it's 8.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. It's a foul on Shear, and they're going to the line here. Let's see if he can. Lincoln Bowers is going to take these shots. He's been directing the offense the whole game. Let's see what he does on the free throw lines. Is this his first time on the free throw?
Yes, he is so far 0 for 0.
All right. He is now 1 for 1 here. Straight in there. No bouncing at all. That brings it to Whitko 35, Wawasee 33 with 8.4 seconds left in the fourth. Takes his last shot, and it is good, too. Wawasee's going to need a 3 here. Lashley tries to think about it, pass out to Netrower. Netrower for an open 3, and it bounces off the rim and is recovered by Whitko, and that is the 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Wow, I thought that game was over. And they're going to take the threes. They're going to take the free throws here, I believe. So if they make these shots, it is over.
Grayson Lashley with his fourth. He's going to have to be careful in this 0.2 seconds. So you have to cause another foul.
You have to hope Jaden Borntrigger doesn't make these if you want Wawasee to win. And he does. And that is the game. Let's see what he does here. His last free throw shot. And it is good. Wow. 0.2 seconds left, and it is over. Whitko 38, Wawasee 33. We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
It's time for Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, online at 937themix.com, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network. Tonight, the Warriors will host Whitko. This year's broadcast is brought to you by Brian Wietrich with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorr with RE/MAX Partners Syracuse, South Shores Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association. Now let's take you to the Hardwood TP. With the call, here's Zach Bowen and coaches Roger Brady and Scott Beasley.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hardwood TP. I'm Zach Bowen. Next to me is Coach Roger Brady. And Coach Scott Beasley will be up here soon, but he's down on the court right now with his junior Warrior basketball team. But welcome to the Hardwood TP. Tonight we got a matchup between the Whitko Wildcats and the Wawasee Warriors. And, Coach, I was kind of doing a little bit of scouting on both teams, and one thing I noticed is both teams did play Columbia City earlier this year. Whitko fell 63-29. Wawasee fell 64-40. So you kind of see both teams did lose to Columbia City. And, you know, when we look at those matchups, sometimes they can account for a lot. Sometimes Whitko played them at the beginning of their season, whereas we played them later in the season. So you kind of have those things to go off of. But at the same time, for Wawasee, you look at that and you kind of are better in the point differential against them. So what things do you look at from that Columbia City game potentially? Like if you're scouting Whitko tonight, what things do you look at from that Columbia City game that you can take into this game?
Well, first thing I like to do is talk smack about Scott, but I won't do it because he's not here. But now, one of the major differences between Whitko and Columbia City is Whitko's not as tall.
Yeah.
And they don't have the skilled players that Columbia City had. So Whitko is a little bit maybe like West Noble. I think they probably match up a lot like Wabash, the team that we played at the scrimmage. So we don't have to worry about they do have a 6'2" kid.
Yeah.
And I have not seen Whitko play, so I don't know how good he is underneath. So that the rebounding thing that has been a real bugaboo for us at the first part, every game that we've been in, may not be as significant. However, you still got to block out and get rebounds. But we don't have people that are 6'7" going over our backs, even though we're blocking out and getting the rebound and putting them back in. So I think we don't have the skill that we have to go against. However, we do still have to play the fundamentals and do everything right. So.
Yeah, and you brought up that 6'2" kid, and I did a little look on that. He is their leading scorer with about 9.5 points a game from what I've seen. And, you know, that kind of looks like another thing where Whitko goes to their tallest guy to get the buckets. Wawasee is kind of the thing where they've struggled all year with that. But this kid's a little smaller, like you said, compared to all those other tall kids that we've played. So how do you approach him? I mean, we have height that I think could match up against him. Give you a little spoiler for the starting lineup tonight, Real starting. So you kind of have him down low if them two go down low. Right. How do you approach him as a leading scorer? And he's also a freshman. And nothing against freshmen, but a lot of time freshmen, varsity level, they kind of have that shaky feel. So how do you approach him as the leading scorer?
Well, I don't see him as the post player that Manchester was. But and I don't see him as the big kid that can fake and go inside like Columbia City. I mean, their big kids were quick. So I don't know how good he is. I don't know. I don't see him as a post. I don't see him as that quick. I think we can guard him. I truly do. And I think we're learning. And I think we're doing things better than when we started. So we'll see. But as a freshman, I'm sure he'll make mistakes. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's a little bit like that Fairfield post guy. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen him play, Scott.
I haven't seen him play, but I was sorry I had the Junior Warrior thing down
there.
Well,
we said a lot of things. You'll hear him later.
All right.
Yeah.
I expect Wawasee to come out in a man-to-man tonight.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think there's a reason to zone like you were alluding to there, Coach.
Right.
So I would fully expect us to be able to go man-to-man, and I'm going to look for us to get into transition tonight because I'm expecting them not to have the great transition defense. So if we can get up and down the court, I think this is a team we can do it against, and I think we'll have a lot of success doing that.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a good night for Wawasee.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's hear from Coach Lou. Let's hear his game plan and how he breaks down things tonight. Here is your coach's interview.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Van Loo alongside.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Van Loo alongside Coach Lefebvre of the Wawasee Warriors. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, Aiden's out today, so next man up. That always ends up being me. You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been dealing with next man up as a team ourselves. So,
well, we're going to get to that. Hey, Wednesday night, you took on Columbia City. Your team suffered some injuries that night and sounds like had some even previous to that. Have they had time to heal to be able to play tonight?
Well, we'll see. You know, it's kind of tough to tell. Sometimes you feel like you can go and everything's okay and you play and you find out it's not what you thought. So it'll be just a game time thing on guys who decide they can play and see how they do.
Time will tell, as they say, right?
That's it.
All right. Well, tonight it's Whitko. Now, they only have played 2 games this season. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what my research has shown, losing to Columbia City and Heritage. Does having 3 more games under your belt give you an advantage?
Well,
this early in the season.
Since the 3 games resulted in lots of players getting injured, I'm not sure. You know, I would prefer to have a lighter schedule at the beginning of the year, but you know, I think only playing 2 games is probably not ideal either. So you know, there's good and bad to all of that. This is their first game in 2 weeks. You know, is that a helpful thing that they have a younger team and they get to practice and work on things for this game tonight, or will it mean they haven't got enough experience? We'll see how it goes.
Again, time will tell, right?
Yep.
What are the Wildcats bringing to the court tonight that you have to look out for?
Well, I mean, they have a young team. Size-wise, they're not too much bigger than us, and we won't be able to say that in many games this year. They have some guards that are very good long-range three-point shooters. The post people are younger players, but you know, one of them who's a freshman has shown he could score double figures in the post, and so he's a good player. And we'll have to be able to handle what they got. And you know, we're both teams that are kind of rebuilding this year, and so hopefully it'll be a good game, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Could be an evenly matched contest then, huh?
Well, you know, you never know. I mean, but it looks like it's a game that 2 similar teams coming together, and we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe some excitement will be happening tonight. So what are some offensive and defensive keys for tonight's game?
Well, you know, in the games we've lost, we've been out-rebounded significantly, and that was the case in the Columbia City game, you know, by far. The game we won, we were not out-rebounded, and that's a big part of being able to win basketball games. If the other team gets 15 more rebounds than you're probably not going to win, and has been the case. And you know, we have to just do a better job despite our size and being aggressive and making sure every time a shot goes up, you're throwing a body into someone and we're going and getting the ball. Because what you do on defense doesn't matter if they just get the rebound and put it back in. And so that's something we've got to be able to, a battle we got to be able to win. And, you know, we got to make sure that we're getting good opportunities every possession, shots we can make. You know, last Columbia City, we shot 34%. If you shoot 34%, you're going to lose. We have to be able to get shots that we can make, you know, close to 50% of the time, and that means you're running your offense really well. And so that's our goal going into this game.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate you coming in today, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll be back with more Wawasee Warrior basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Brought to you in part by Appleseed Eye Care in Syracuse, offering eye care from local optometrists, which include routine vision care, diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, and emergency eye care. They offer both budget-friendly glasses and designer eyewear with advanced lens technology and contact lenses. Appleseed Eye Care at 612 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-4950.
4476 and online at appleseedeyecare.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by the Wawasee Alumni Association. If you haven't heard, the Wawasee Alumni Association is working hard to raise money and to bring together alumni, parents, and supporters to build pride and community around all things Wawasee. This includes free student admission to sports and performing arts events, free leather jackets, team building activities, scholarships, and more. Find them on Facebook or email them for more information at wawaseealum@gmail.com.
Here is a public service announcement from 93.7 FM The Mix.
It's a harsh fact of life, but failure is inevitable.
You can work harder than you ever thought possible and still lose.
Sometimes someone else is simply better than you.
While life teaches us that we will sometimes lose, education-based athletics teach us how to deal with those losses in a mentally healthy way. I'm Bella Miller-Krieger from University High School.
And I'm Charlie Hosnow from Forest Park High School. With our coaches and teammates supporting us, student athletes learn how to move past the letdown and focus on the next point, the next play, and the next game.
We learn that negative energy is wasted energy, and that no matter how many times we fall short, as long as we are learning and never give up, we'll ultimately win.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the resiliency they build by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is overcoming adversity. This is developing mental toughness. This is your IHSAA.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers in Napanee, offering real estate auctions, personal property auctions, and appraisal for over 30 years. Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers at 1203 East Market Street in Napanee, serving northern Indiana and southern Michigan. 574-268-4940 and online at hahnrealtyandauction.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Insurance in Syracuse, offering a wide variety of consumer and business insurance with group health plans. Northern Lakes Insurance behind McDonald's at 201 East Palm Drive in Syracuse, 574-457-5931, and online at northernlakesinsurance.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is powered by Sox Marina, servicing all the area lakes for over 60 years, offering Viaggio and Trifecta pontoons and smoker craft fishing boats, all powered by Mercury and Tohatsu outboards, and a line of XL hunting boats powered by Mud Buddy surface drive motors. Sox Marina on Webster and Barbie Lakes or online at soxmarina.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, where tonight your Wawasee Warriors will be taking on the Whitko Wildcats. Guys, I want to go back to the last game a little bit and talk about it. Towards the beginning of the second half and towards the end of the game, the Warriors were kind of battling injuries here and there. And, it's good to see all three of the players that went out of that game are up, playing, warming up tonight. But, bumps and bruises, we're starting to get in that time of the year, where you're getting in that mid-season. We're not really mid-season, but you're getting into the season, the swing of things. Bumps and bruises are going to happen with playing these back-to-back games, different things like that. So for Wawasee, how do you approach that? You could come out here, be a little hurt. We have Miller down here. His shoulder was kind of banged up. I think Holsworth's wrist was kind of banged up. A couple knee, but I think it was Andrew with his knee banged up. So how do you take those injuries and play tonight and fight through that adversity?
Yeah, that's just part of the game, and you have to battle. You got to battle through some of that. So I was actually with Braden today at the girls swim meet, and talking to him a little bit, and his is just going to be nagging the rest of the year. He's going to have to battle through it. He will. He'll be okay with that. I think Nolan's was kind of a deal from weightlifting. I think he's going to be all right with that. And then Kate Andrew, I think, was his knee with a little tendonitis. Hopefully it's growing pains, that would be a good thing. But I think they're going to be okay. They're both out here, or all three are out here playing. But we have plenty of guys that can step in, and that's what we're seeing. We have some guys starting tonight that have started to see some significant playing time. And
well, you hope that you have a good relationship with the trainer. And you get yourself in there, get your ice baths, get whatever you need taken care of before practice, things manipulated. And they have another week here, and then they get some time off. So after the Warsaw, well, they'll get some maybe time off this next week. I don't know how Coach does it. Sometimes coaches, after first half of the season, they maybe give you a day off, or maybe not necessarily a day off, but maybe just have a shooting practice and come in and let some of those old injuries heal up, and then go strong at the end of the week. And then after that, they'll have another 4 or 5 days, maybe not 4 or 5. You never take more than 3 days off. When you're in the middle of the season, it's tough to come back. But a couple days off for Christmas break. And then
I think from talking to Braden, it sounded like they didn't. Coach didn't have them go as hard in some of the practices, trying to give them the rest that they need. And they're young guys; they come back a little quicker than we do, Coach. So that's a good thing.
A lot of people do that. I remember one time we were with the girls, and we were shooting layups, and every single girl for like 10 in a row crotched the bottom, every single one. And we all looked at each other, and Coach Zolman said, "We need a break."
Yeah, so just tired legs.
We
and
stopped and did some things.
That happens.
Yeah.
But, I think this is a good opportunity, going back to what we were saying earlier with Wawasee, an opportunity to get a good win here tonight.
Oh, yes.
And, going to that Warsaw game with some confidence.
Yeah.
This is, we got a nice home game here. Hopefully get some students here. We got a few here, and hopefully the boys come out strong. I mean, I thought we ended the game. We talked about it at Columbia City. I thought there was a lot of positives to look at. We had a lot of the young guys in there against the run. Jack Shoemaker hitting a couple threes. I think he'll be starting tonight. That's a testament to him for the hard work he's putting in.
Sure
so
is.
hopefully he can continue to take that confidence, make some more shots tonight.
Thank you for bringing that up, because I wanted to dive into that a little bit. Tonight, Weston Hoffer obviously not playing. He's off, I believe, at a wedding for his sister, something of that. But good to see that, take time for your family.
Yeah, family's always first, and it's, they knew plenty in advance that was coming up. But leaves a big hole, right, with the shooter like that.
So you put in Jack Shoemaker, who we were kind of mentioning there, made a couple big threes towards the end of the game in that Columbia City game. How do you take him in and make him the starter? Because we've seen a couple times where he's out here, he does get a little shaky. He has that freshman jitter type. So how do you take him and make him, a starter, get him molded and get him ready? When you have him bring the ball up the court, what do you do? What type of plays do you run to get him, ready, get him locked in, and make him feel comfortable out there?
I'm not sure if he's going to be the one bringing the ball up, but you do that in practice. I mean, they knew Weston was going to be gone. You put Jack in. He does all the things in practice that Weston would have done. Jack's been in every single game they played. He's played his 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. So he's familiar with what's going on. He shouldn't have any problem just stepping in and just doing the things he's doing. So I think they prepared him well for that.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier, I think first game of the year, where it's like, you're a freshman for a little bit, you're a sophomore for a little bit, but then as you get into the season, you become, your experience. So you're no longer a freshman. Let's stop talking about that. Now, he's not quite there yet, but he's going to be getting there. And that's where you can see, like, a lot of people, you don't see the behind the scenes. We're not at practice every day. We don't know what's happening. Coaches have seen it. He's obviously earned the right to be the starter from what he's done in practice. So that shows me they have the confidence in him to come out here and do that.
And I think so. He's done a really good job so far.
All right, well, let's take a quick break. We'll come back for the starting lineups and keys to the game and get ready for the start of this game between Whitko and Wawasee. We'll be back for Wawasee Warrior boys basketball here on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior basketball is brought to you in part by Jeremy Dorr at RE/MAX Partners in Syracuse, offering a full complement of real estate services, specializing in working with buyers and sellers of residential properties. Jeremy Dorr at RE/MAX Partners, 300 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-518-0492, and online at jeremydorr.com.
Wawasee Warrior basketball is brought to you in part by South Shore Social at 10601 North State Road 13, Syracuse, offering an entertainment and dining experience featuring golf and multi-sport simulators, darts, shuffleboard, elevated cuisine, and handcrafted cocktails, including a martini and bourbon lounge. South Shore Social, just north of Wawasee Middle School, 574-337-3131, and online at southshoresocial.net.
Wawasee Warrior basketball is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering CPAPs, respiratory supplies, and a full line of medical equipment with delivery for over 40 years.
Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, and online at GoshenHomeMedical.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brook Point Resort in Syracuse, offering a family escape getaway featuring a family suite which sleeps up to 7 people, indoor heated saltwater pool, outdoor family cove activities, board games, pizza and pop for the first night. Brook Point Resort, just west of Burger King on Bowser Road in Syracuse, 574-457-4466, and online at brookpointresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group in Milford. We are a full-service realty company, including property management services in Kosciuszko and surrounding counties. Our goal is to be a trusted advisor for you before, during, and after your transaction. Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, here to help make your home dreams happen. Located downtown Milford at 120 South Main Street or online at thegingrichgroup.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP, where tonight your Wawasee Warriors will be taking on the Whitko Wildcats. We're about 50 seconds away from tip-off of this game. Wawasee obviously looking to bounce back from that loss against Columbia City. Whitko also looking to bounce back from a couple losses. You know, this is going to be a game of who wants to win more tonight. And I think that's going to be a big thing going into this game.
Yeah, I don't know if you talked about it earlier before I got on, but Whitko played Columbia City as well. Their first game, lost 63-29 if you talked. So kind of gives you an idea of, you know,
where you're at,
where they're at. But
plus it's home for us, which I think is
yes,
a good 5-point advantage. So
always.
Okay.
All right, well, I believe we will be getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll take a quick pause here for the playing of the national anthem.
Tonight's varsity game features the Whitko Wildcats against your Wawasee Warriors. Before we introduce the teams, please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, let's dive into the starting lineups and keys for tonight. First, for the visiting Whitko Wildcats, they will be starting number 2, Jalen Gibson. Number 5, Hunt Long. Number 10, Easton Grable. Number 20, Riley Harmon. Number 30, Chandler Cox. They are coached by Coach Robert Warkick. And now, for your Wawasee Warriors, they'll be starting number 12, Jack Shoemaker. Number 14, Nolan Holsworth. Number 24, Kane Dukes. Number 30, Braden Miller. And number 42, Camden Reel. And they are coached, of course, by head coach Lou LaFave. Now for the keys, coach, let's get you a light here so you can read those.
Let's start with Wawasee rebounding. He talked about it in his interview. You can't get out rebounded by 15 and win ball games. Obviously, that's big. I think tonight might be a different story, just like it was with West Noble. Bench play. Obviously, with Weston out, the bench is going to be huge because the bench is starting. So, how are we going to make that work? Bench play is going to be important. Foul shots. Last night, or the last game, they shot 40%. First game, they shot 41%. In between, they shot a few 80s. But you got to be more consistent than that. If you're going to win ball games, you've got to shoot 70 and above when it comes to foul shots. Whitko, he said take care of the ball, which means he means no turnovers. I'm sure against Columbia City, they had 20 or 30 turnovers. Against Heritage, I don't know. But he wants his kids to take care of the ball. The other thing is effort. If you're behind or if the game's not going your way, what are you going to look like? What's your motivation? Are you going to keep going? You stop and let other people just take over. And then finally, they got to make their shots. Obviously, when you get in a ball game, it's a lot different than shooting in practice. You got to make shots when people are in your face.
All right, we're getting ready for tip-off. And, guys, I didn't know ESPN was here tonight. I don't know if
like
it's just
that.
the student section, but you got ESPN in the building tonight. That's
I'm
kind
not
of
sure
cool.
what the significance of that is, but
That's
that's
creative
good.
down there. It's good.
We are.
All right, we're getting ready for tip-off. It'll be Nolan Holswart and Jalen Gibson to tip it off. We await the refs to start the game.
I bet Holsworth's vertical jump is 20+.
Oh, he's over 30.
He's over 30?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
See what happens.
And we are underway from the Hardwood Teepee. Whitko will win the tip, and here comes Jalen Gibson bringing it up for the Wildcats. Gibson will pass it in the corner to Grable. Grable now up top to Harmon. Harmon looking around for the pass. Will pass it on the right wing to Gibson. There's a three up and good from Long to open up the game. It's 3-0 Whitko with 7:37 remaining in the first quarter. It's Nolan Holsworth with the basketball. He'll pass it to Dukes on the left wing. Dukes will dribble it up top. Now passes it to Holsworth. Holsworth driving in, does a spin move. Goes up for the tough layup and is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Good sign there by Nolan, going in there strong like he can and like he does and getting to the foul line early.
Yeah, if we can get penetration like that all game, it could be good.
It's a good sign, too. He doesn't have that wrist taped up, so
That's
I think
right.
hopefully
Yep.
just a little.
I liked his up and under move. That was nice.
Holsworth will put up the first one, and it will drop through.
I just overheard Kane talking. He say, hey, we got to talk on those screens. He's exactly right. If they're going to be playing man-to-man, you need to be switching those and talking.
Yeah, they missed that out front. They went behind the screen, and the kid got a 3.
Holsworth goes 2 from 2 from the line. It's Whitko 3, Wawasee 2 with 7:20 remaining in this first quarter. Here come the Whitko Wildcats with the basketball. It's Gibson with it. Gibson now throws it to the right wing. It's Long. Long throws it up top. It's in the hands of Cox. Cox now throws it in the corner. It's kicked back up top to Grable. Grable now on the right wing. It's in the hands of Long. Long passes it back to Cox. Now it's back on the left wing. Down low goes Whitko with the basketball. Kick back out. It's Grable driving in. Goes up for a tough layup. He'll put that up and put it through. Whitko 5, Wawasee 2, 6:52 remaining in the first quarter.
It's actually pretty good defense. Just a better take by him, and that happens.
That kid's a little deceptive, isn't he?
Yeah, that was an athletic move.
That was good.
It's Miller on the left wing, looking around for the pass, kicks it up top to Dukes. Dukes will pull the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounds loose, and it's on the floor. Whitko dives, grabs it, and here go the Wildcats the other way. Gibson on the left wing, backs it out up top. Now throw it on the right wing. It's in the hands of Long. Long looking around for the pass, passes up top to Cox. Cox throws it on the left wing to Gibson. Gibson up top. Down low to Cox. Cox looking around the pass, kicks it out. It's in the hands of Grable. Grable pulls up a 3. That 3 off the mark, and here comes Wawasee the other way. It's Miller with the basketball. Miller will hand it off. It's Holsworth with it. Holsworth dribbles up top. Now passes it back to Miller. Miller looking around for the pass. Will find Holsworth up top. Holsworth does a little stutter step now. Backs it out. And now we'll pass it off to Dukes. Dukes on the right wing. Will dribble it up top. Dukes to Holsworth. Holsworth Thought about driving it in and pulls it back out. And now we'll dribble it back up top. Whitko bench getting loud. They appreciate this defense. And Holsworth dribbling around. Gets a wide open lane. Drives in. That's easy. As Holsworth puts it up, puts it through on the layup. It's Whitko 5, Wawasee 4, 5:17 remaining in the first.
I was waiting on that one. That was just a simple. He cheated so bad it went over the top, and Nolan just didn't even have to hand it off. He just went straight to the hoop.
The funniest was the kid down here didn't even know the ball was behind him. Oh, dear.
It's Whitko basketball. It's Grable with it. Grable will pass it on the left wing to Long. Long kicks it up top. Now to Harmon. Harmon back to Long. Long looking to drive in, gets the ball poked away, but it's corralled by Gibson. Gibson now kicks it in the corner. That's Grable with it. Throws it back up top to Cox. Cox up top. Now throws it to Gibson. Up top to Long. Long thought about driving it in. Kicks it back on the left wing to Gibson. Now back up top to Long. Long down low.
Oh, that's there you go. Good.
A charge called on Cox as he went in.
Coaches wanting
it will be Wawasee basketball.
Whitko coaches wanting the flop call, but that definitely wasn't. You could hear that from up here. He just bull charged him right through. It was a great player control foul on Whitko. That's just what it was. So good call there by the ref.
Yeah, it was.
Here comes Dukes with the basketball for Wawasee. Dukes will pass it off to Miller. Miller on the right wing. Looks around. Now he'll drive in himself. Goes up for a tough layup and is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
All right, that was a real good take there by Braden.
Yeah,
he kind of did a Euro step there.
Step there, didn't he?
Wildcat foul number 10, Grable.
He's got that move. He gets to the rim so well.
He does.
Him and Nolan both, they find a way to get there, and we can start knocking down our free throws. It'd be real good.
Oh, absolutely.
That looked good.
Drops in that first one.
So far, we're doing the foul shots well.
Miller looking to put up his second one. Puts it up. Drops it through. He'll go 2 from 2 from the line. It's Wawasee 6, Whitko 5. 4:15 remaining in the first quarter, and here come the Wildcats with the basketball. It's Gibson up top. Throws it to Grable. Grable getting trapped, double team. They call a foul.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. That it was real good defense. That's where you get a little greedy and you get a little closer. But we had him dead in the water there. You just, all you do there is hands up, and he has nowhere to throw it. But
that's a little iffy. That's all right.
Whitko back with the basketball. It's Gibson. He'll throw it up top to Grable. Grable kicks it in the corner. Back up top to Gibson. Whitko passing the ball around. Now it's in the hands of Grable. Grable passes it off. It's Gibson. Gibson
good job,
up
Jack.
top with the ball. Gibson dribbles to the right wing. Gibson looking around. He'll get the ball back in his hands as he passes it off. Now he passes it off again. It's in the hands of Grable. Grable back to Gibson.
Oh, they're going to call
I was just going to say, man, he's doing a great job, but he grabbed his uniform from behind.
Yeah, anytime you do that, he's fighting down there, Jack is. But the good thing to see is Kane's in perfect position on the help side in case they do the lob over.
It was.
We're playing really good defense so far.
Good effort. Yep.
Whitko back with the basketball. It's Gibson looking to inbound it. He'll throw it to Long. Long will dribble it up top, and he'll pass it off to Gibson. Gibson will throw it up top in the hands of Cox. Now it's back in the hands of Gibson. Gibson passes to the right wing. It's Long. Long to Cox. And that pass thrown away by Cox, and here comes Holsworth the other way. Goes up for the layup. It's up. It's good. Wawasee 8, Whitko 5, 3:05 remaining in this first quarter.
Hoping that kid wouldn't foul him because that would not have been pretty.
No, that was a good, strong take.
It was.
I think he might have been thinking about dunking it, but we'll take the 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Harmon with the ball. Pass it to Gibson. Down low with Cox. Cox driving in on Holsworth. Goes up for the tough shot. That's
shot.
up. That's through. Wawasee 8, Whitko 7, 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. It's Holsworth bringing up the ball, but he'll pass it off to Dukes to bring it up.
He's a big boy for a freshman.
He really is.
I didn't realize he was a freshman.
Good control.
It's Holsworth up top of the basketball. Holsworth driving in, goes up. And I believe they call a foul on the floor.
So that's
4 fouls on them.
Yep.
We can continue to penetrate like that. They're gonna foul you. We'll just keep going and shoot.
They're going to struggle containing Nolan, so he's taking advantage of that right away, early.
Miller inbounds it to Andrew. Andrew puts up the layup.
That's
up. That's good.
What a shot.
Wawasee 10, Whitko 7, 2:20 remaining in the first quarter. Here come the Wildcats with the basketball.
Good shot there by Cade Andrew. Nice to see him get on the board early, too.
Sure is.
Gibson puts it in the corner to Grable. Now it's back in the hands of Hardman. Hardman back to Grable. Grable passes it up top. There's a 3 up and off from Long. Rebound fought for. Goes in the hands of Rollins for Wawasee, and here comes the Warriors. It's Dukes with it. Dukes getting pressured on the left wing, and now is fouled.
Good. That's going to put Kane on the line.
His first. Team fifth.
This coach keeps complaining about the
he does
about the flop rule. You might want to worry about the defense.
There you go. I mean, there's nothing wrong with good, tough defense, but you just
no. I mean, that was good defense.
You got to keep your hands.
I mean, you
off.
fouled him, so that's why they called it.
Dukes goes to the line for 2 from the bonus. Dukes puts up the first one, and it goes straight through.
Is that our 5th free throw of the night, Coach?
It is. I think they did a lot of free throw games.
Yep.
And decided they didn't want to run anymore.
Well, if they're going to continue to play the pressure defense like that and foul us, I mean, they're putting us on the line again. You know, right here is
if you're going to belly
not what
up,
you want to do.
If you're going to belly up the ball handler, he's going to go around it. You got to be prepared.
Dukes looking to take the second free throw now.
And if I'm coach, I'm fine if you're contesting down here below the basket. But again, that was way out.
Sure was.
Meaningless
and
foul.
That one's off the mark. Rebound goes to Whitko. The score is Wawasee 11, Whitko 7. We got about 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. It's down low to Cox for Whitko. He'll kick it out. That's in the hands of Long. Now back up top to Gibson. Gibson passes it on the right wing to Grable. Now back to Gibson. That's in the hands of Long. Long to Cox. To Grable for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound goes to Cox, though. And he's putting down low. Now it's kicked back out to Grable. Up top, there's a 3. Up and good from Gibson. Wawasee 11, Whitko 10. 1:10 remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Dukes with the basketball for the Warriors.
I'm okay with those shots. They don't seem real confident out there beyond the arc, so I'm okay with those.
Well, right now they're 2 for 4.
Holsworth on the right, on the left wing. Holsworth backs it out. Holsworth looking to attack. Passes it to Rollins. Rollins on the right wing. Look around. Now back up top to Dukes. Now back in the hands of Holsworth. Holsworth to Miller. Miller thought about a 3, driving in now. Goes up.
Yeah, he
and there's a travel down low, so we'll go back to Whitko.
I'd like to see him, jump stop and pull up and shoot that little 10-foot jumper.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Gibson bringing up the ball for the Wildcats. Gibson passes it off to Grable. Grable looking around for the pass.
Yep, that's another. Why do we grab jerseys? He just grabbed his jersey and pulled
I wasn't
him
even
back.
watching down there. Who's that on, Coach?
Caden. He just grabbed him. That doesn't make sense.
Trying to battle down there.
Yeah, just keep your keys.
A lot of fouls here in the first quarter.
8 fouls in total from both teams. It's Grable with the ball. He'll pass it up top to Gibson. 19 seconds. Whitko looking to hold for the final shot. 15 on the clock. It's Gibson with it. Gibson getting pressured, though. About to pass it off to Long. Long, 9 seconds. Looking around, Long, 5 seconds to Gibson. Gibson chucks up the shot early. Rebound goes to Wawasee. 1 second. Holsworth will chuck it up. I don't believe that shot will not count, but it doesn't fall anyway. So at the end of the first, it's Wawasee 11, Whitko 10. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter here on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse, offering a full menu including daily lunch and dinner specials with a family room. Chubby's Pub and Grub at 1201 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-3855.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, 106 East Pickwick Drive in Syracuse, offering chiropractic, personal training, and rehab services that will get you back into the game. Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, east of Dairy Queen in Syracuse, 574-457-7472, and online at dynamicspinesyracuse.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. We're getting ready for the start of the second quarter. The score is Wawasee 11, Whitko 10. It will be Warrior ball to start the second quarter.
I know against Columbia City we were only down by 3 in the first quarter, and then we got kind of snookered in the second quarter. Let's see how we come out.
It's Dukes with the basketball up top, setting up the play.
2-3 zone.
He'll pass it Shoemaker. Shoemaker back up top to Dukes. Dukes throws it back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives in, kicks it out. Dukes 3 off the mark. Rebound loose, goes to Whitko, and here comes Gibson flying the other way for the Wildcats. Puts up the layup. That one's up. That one's good. Whitko takes the lead. It's Whitko 12, Wawasee 11, 7:30 remaining in the second quarter. Dukes with the basketball. The Shoemaker. Shoemaker wants the 3. That one just bounces off the back of the rim and will go back to Whitko. It's Gibson with it.
It's a good shot.
It was. I'd like to see Kane follow his shot once he shoots.
I was thinking the same thing, Coach.
Yeah.
It's Grable with the ball for Whitko. Passes it up top to Gibson. Gibson passes it around. It will end up in the hands of Long. Long will dribble up top. Long back to Gibson on the right wing. Gibson passes to Grable.
I think Gibson's their one guy that can create on his own.
I was going to say he's a really good athlete.
Grable driving in. Gets trapped. Ball gets fought for. Jump ball. It will stay Whitko basketball.
It was a good defensive stand there. We got our hands right there. I'm glad they called a jump there, not a ticky-tack foul.
No, that was a jump ball, absolutely. Yep.
Whitko inbounding it. It's Gibson looking to pass the ball in.
No, it's good switches that time.
And he'll get it into Harmon. Harmon driving in, kicks it out. Bass is tipped, but Long does corral it, and Whitko gets the ball. It's Grable now up top of the basketball. Grable passes it off to Gibson on the left wing. Gibson looking around. He'll pass it to Irwin. Irwin now throws it to Grable. Down low they go, and that's a layup up and good from Harmon as Whitko takes a 14-11 lead over Wawasee with 6:21 remaining in the second quarter.
Actually, it wasn't bad defense. You just got to have somebody on the backside helping.
Yeah, we're fronting really well. It was just a great pass.
Holzwart up top, kicks it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker back up top to Holzwart. Holzwart fires the 3 and will put it through. It's Wawasee 14, Whitko 14, 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, you're going to give Nolan that shot. He's going to take it,
That's
and
right.
he made him pay.
That's all right.
Gibson with the basketball. Gibson does a spin move. Looking around, will pass it. That's Irwin. Puts up the 2, but it's off the mark. Rebound goes to Wawasee, and here comes Holzworth the other way. Holzworth up top. Setting up the play. We'll pass it off to Shoemaker on the left wing. Shoemaker back up top to Holzworth. Holzworth thought about it, pulls it, and now it's in the hands of Dukes. Pass thrown and kicked out of bounds by Long, so it will stay Wawasee basketball.
So we have Cam on the high post here, on the high block at the free throw line. He's kind of going just back and forth there.
Right.
You have to maybe get a couple entries in there, see if he wants to create, and then if not, kick it out.
Exactly.
Holzworth thought about taking another 3, and now we'll back it out. He thought Dukes was going to take the pass. Miscommunication there, and now ends up in the hands back to Whitko. Cox down low.
He traveled.
And he is called for the travel.
He kind of got caught. He didn't realize he had only one guy on him. He could have gone up and he stutter stepped. So
he was waiting for the contact.
Travel there on Whitko, our ball. Let's make him pay here.
Yeah.
It's Dukes with the basketball for Wawasee as Whitko looking for a full court press here. Dukes now gets it, throws it to Miller. Miller looks down low for real, but is stolen away by Cox, and here comes Whitko the other way.
He knows better than that. He tried to too much traffic.
Yep.
Grable with the ball for the Wildcats. Looking down low to Cox. Cox being guarded by Miller. Goes up for a tough layup. Fouled. but the shot just rolls around the rim, so it will not be an and one. The score is Wawasee 14, Whitko 14, 4:50 remaining in the second quarter, and Whitko will go to the line for two.
You can really tell we miss Weston right now, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a senior starter, that's out, it's
But I think Weston was kind of the calming factor a little bit, get us kind of back on track a little bit.
I'll tell you, too, I'll be interested to see what Coach talks about here at halftime. I know we came out in man-to-man. I didn't mind that. That's the way I probably would have started as well. But as this game's gone on, I might go back to the 1-3-1 that we did against Manchester that worked so effectively, because they're just the only thing they have right now is trying to get it down low to a freshman.
That's right.
If we played the 1-3-1 like we did, I think it would be very effective against this team.
Yeah, you might be right.
Goes 1 for 2 from the line to make the score. Whitko 15, Wawasee 14. It's Holsworth with the basketball. Passes it off. Now it's back in the hands of Holsworth. Holsworth to Shoemaker. Shoemaker thought about going all the way. Kicks it down low to Andrew, but Andrew gets the ball poked away, and here comes Whitko the other way.
Yeah, some of those uncharacteristic turnovers that we usually don't have at this point.
It's Gibson up top with it. Throws it to Long on the left wing. Long up top to Cox. Cox to Gibson on the right wing. Grable wants the three, and that one's up and through. Whitko 18, Wawasee 14, 4:14 remaining in the second quarter. Timeout, Wawasee will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here, Zach. That's one thing right there where Jack will learn that he's across the NLC logo here.
Right.
He just needs to rise up and shoot that. It doesn't do us any good to do a 2-foot pass, because the big man's not expecting it, and there's too much traffic. So, and that's something that he'll learn. He did a great job, on the back slip, getting down here. Rise up and shoot that. I guarantee you, Coach would love that shot.
Oh, absolutely.
And rather than a turnover, but that's okay. We're learning and getting there. But
he's just a little afraid to pull the trigger right now. And he'll get it. What I'm concerned about is defensively. I mean, they've shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 7 threes. They've made 3, which is less than 50%. But if you're shooting 40% from threes, that's going to hurt the other team.
Yeah,
we got to step out and take some of those.
Against this team, I would rather have them. I mean, I know they've made a few. I don't think they're great shooters from what I could tell with their shots. I know they've made a couple, but again, I would go back to that 1-3-1 to see how that, maybe just for a few possessions, mix it up a little bit on them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Wawasee basketball, it's Shoemaker. He'll throw it to Miller, and Wawasee getting pressed again. Dukes with the ball. Dukes looking to drive in, lost the ball, kicks out to Shoemaker. Shoemaker thought about a 3, and now will pass it to Dukes. Dukes up top, kicks it to Holsworth on the left wing. Holsworth looking around, passes it back to Dukes. Dukes drives in, puts up a little floater. That one's up off the mark. Rebound Whitko, and here come the Wildcats the other way.
That was in and out.
Yeah, that's all right. Good.
That was
good driving shot there. I like that all day.
Yep.
It's Whitko basketball. Long with it. Long looking for the pass. Now it's back out to Gibson. Gibson on the left wing to Long. Long back to Gibson. Gibson throws it to Cox. Now it's back in the hands of Long. Down low. That's a layup up off the mark. But a rebound putback from Harmon. That one drops through. Whitko 20, Wawasee 14, 3:15 remaining in the second quarter. It's Holsworth with the basketball. Passes it back to Shoemaker. Back to Holsworth. Holsworth setting up the play. Passes to Dukes. Dukes thought about it. Kicks it down low to Miller. To Shoemaker. Shoemaker dribbles it out. Back up top to Holsworth. Holsworth to Dukes. Dukes fires a 3 off the rim. Rebound Whitko, and here come the Wildcats flying the other way. Down low to Gibson. Gibson puts it up, puts it through. Whitko 22, Wawasee 14, 2:40 remaining in the second quarter.
That's where you just get the ball into your seniors' hands, calm them down here. We're totally fine.
Miller looking to go all the way off a pass from Dukes, but it's off the mark.
Oh, we caught a break there. That was definitely off us, but ref says here. I agree with him. That was a great call.
You know, all of our shots are just trickling off right now. We're almost there.
Yeah, those are good shots.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
But you have to get back. Yeah. We got beat in transition on
absolutely.
that.
Dukes fires a 3 from up top off the inbound. Rebound goes to Holsworth. Holsworth loses it, corrals it though, and now we'll back it out. Holsworth in the corner, gets fouled driving in. The ball will go back out of bounds. It's Wawasee basketball.
Nolan did a nice job getting that offensive rebound. I love the inbounds play we did. We might do it again here.
Yeah.
We just slipped Kane right behind here.
Absolutely.
On a line on the free throw line, and that worked great.
Miller inbounding it down low to Shoemaker. Shoemaker puts it up and puts it through. Whitko 22, Wawasee 16, 2:15 remaining in the second quarter.
That was like a blown coverage there for Whitko.
Well, they both went off to the
they
wing,
did.
and he came down the middle. Huh?
Grable Irwin down low. That's in the hands of Hartman. Hartman kicks it out. It's Gibson driving in. He'll put up a tough layup. Layup off the mark. They call a foul.
That's on Dukes.
Quarter foul number 24, Dukes.
Believe it's on the floor.
It was, yeah.
Okay. Not a bad foul.
Gibson looking to inbound the basketball.
Switch it.
Passes it inbounds. It's the long down low to Irwin. Irwin looking to drive in. Almost gets the ball poked away. Now we'll kick it back out. It's Grable with the basketball. To Gibson. Gibson to Irwin up top. Irwin looking around for the pass. Kicks it down low, and that was an easy layup up and good by Hartman. Wide open.
No
Whitko 24, Wawasee
Yeah.
16, 135 remaining in the second quarter.
Two blown coverages.
That's why I think going back to the 1-3-1 will help that. I don't think you're going to have that.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about the decision.
Holzwart with the basketball. Throws it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker back up top to Holzwart. To Dukes now on the left wing. Dukes to Miller. Miller in the corner. Back to Dukes. They'll throw it back up top to Holzwart. Back in Dukes' hands. Dukes down low to Miller. Miller puts up a tough layup, but it's off the mark. Rebound loose, and a foul is called as Miller was in there fighting for the basketball.
Yeah, he I know he's upset with himself. He had a little bunny there, but he's fighting out here.
Yeah, they're contested right now.
Whitko's doing. They're impressed me a little bit.
Yeah.
They're scrappy over here on the defensive end, and
they're
contesting every single shot.
They're up and down the floor quickly.
It's Gibson with the basketball for the Wildcats. He'll pass it off to Grable. Grable now in the corner, back to Grable. It's Gibson up top. Back in Gibson's hands. Gibson throws it around to Grable up top. 42 seconds. Whitko may try to hold it again to close out the quarter.
Make a step. There you go. Make him count. There you go. Make him count, Jack. Get up.
Now it's down low. Kick out. Driving in, ball poked away. They call a foul.
Yeah, that's
as Long was driving in.
We kind of bailed him out there. It was probably a right call. We were in a diamond and one, which I like.
Yeah.
Kind of clogged the middle there. They couldn't get anything there, but then you bail them out on a cross court there drive. We got some guys in some decent foul issues here.
So far.
3 guys with 2.
Whitko looking to inbound the basketball. It will go to Long. Long to Grable up top.
Jump ball.
Good job.
Jump ball.
Good job.
It's a great play. That's where you got to be strong with the ball. And
Sure do.
Nolan totally took advantage of that.
Yeah, kid was just had the ball.
It's a big
down
deal
on.
with us having the possession there,
Yeah.
too. 25 seconds. Cut this lead from 8 down to possibly 6, maybe 5.
Yep. This is good. We need it.
Warriors inbounding it. It's Dukes with the basketball.
I'm going to get the ball in Nolan's hand and let him go to work here.
Would be fine.
Shoemaker
There it
kicks
is.
it out. Holzwart wants a 3. That one just off the mark. Rebound Miller, and he's fouled as he went up for the rebound.
I think he's all right.
I think he's okay.
Whitko foul number 40, Irwin. His first, team second.
Miller.
He's all right. He's a tough kid, man. He's getting banged up.
He's getting banged up everywhere.
Miller inbound the basketball. He'll mount it to Dukes. Dukes in the corner up top to Shoemaker. 8 seconds left in this first half. It's Holzwart with it. Holzwart driving in, goes up, fouled.
All right, good take.
Yep.
Exactly what I wanted there. That was good. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands. Let him go to work. He did. Knock these down. It'd be great. Cut this lead to 6.
Cut it, then we'll go in. Here we go.
Holzwart at the line, shooting 2.
Holzwart puts up the first one. That drops straight through.
Checking in for the Wildcats, number 2.
You know, that's something to look at. I always say defense, creates offense, and in that case, look at him. He makes a great defensive possession, comes back, now he's getting rewarded at the line.
Yep, you get the possessions
Big
back
play.
defensively. They got to mean something to you on the other end.
Holsworth will make the second one. It's Whitko 24, Wawasee 18. Whitko looking to take the final shot. Gibson throws up a long shot off the mark. So at the half, it's Whitko 24, Wawasee 18. We'll be back with a halftime report here on 93.7 FM, the Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Hi, this is Vince Beasley. Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Realty. We are a full-service realty company helping you buy and sell homes, as well as assisting you in any other real estate needs. Northern Lakes Realty has a hometown realty team ready to serve you. We are located across from Pickwick Theater in Uptown Syracuse. 574-457-2880 or online at nlrealtyllc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. They can help the residential or commercial customer with in-floor heat systems, high-efficiency tankless water heaters, lift stations, sewer connections, septic services, and well repair. Wallace Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling in Syracuse. 574-457-9313 and online at wallacephc.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Quality Engineered Services in Syracuse. Manufacturing dash assemblies and wiring harnesses, primarily supporting OEM boat manufacturers and other products including marine, bus, automotive, and more since 2017. Quality Engineered Services at 1101 North Indiana Avenue in Syracuse. 574-457-3988 and online at theqes.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Appleseed Eye Care in Syracuse, offering eye care from local optometrists, which include routine vision care, diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, and emergency eye care. They offer both budget-friendly glasses and designer eyewear with advanced lens technology and contact lenses. Appleseed Eye Care at 612 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-457-4476, and online at appleseedeyecare.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by the Wawasee Alumni Association. If you haven't heard, the Wawasee Alumni Association is working hard to raise money and to bring together alumni, parents, and supporters to build pride and community around all things Wawasee. This includes free student admission to sports and performing arts events, free leather jackets, team building activities, scholarships, and more. Find them on Facebook or email them for more information at wawaseealum@gmail.com.
Here is a public service announcement from 93.7 FM The Mix.
In sports, only one team walks away with the W.
Only one team gets the trophy.
And only one player is named MVP.
But that doesn't mean everyone else who competed leaves empty-handed. I'm Allie Ward from Boonville High School.
And I'm Caleb Ferguson from Columbus North High School. In education-based athletics, no matter who comes out on top, every student athlete walks away having grown as a person.
Every team walks away learning invaluable life lessons.
From responsibility to collaboration to integrity.
We're thankful to have coaches and mentors who always prioritize learning and growing over winning at all costs.
They're helping us build a mentality of development that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the growth mindset they develop by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is the second classroom. This is your IHSAA.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Got to come down, at least you go.
Welcome back to the
inside
Hardwood
out.
TP. The score at halftime is Whitko 24, Wawasee 18. Guys, a very interesting first half. And, Coach, I wanted to bounce off of something you kind of talked about before we started the second quarter. You talked about kind of how in that Columbia City game, the first quarter was very close,
right.
And then we came out in that second quarter and kind of looked meh, and it kind of happened again. Not totally meh. You kept it close, but not as good as they looked in that first quarter.
Well, I think the same thing happened at Columbia City. We shot really well in the first quarter against Columbia City. We shot threes well. We shot inside well. We only shot four shots in the first quarter. We were 3 for 4. We come out here, now we're 1 for 7 from the three-point line. If you're missing 5 or 6 shots from the three-point line, maybe you need to not take that next open shot that you think you have. Do something else with the ball. Let it come back to you, then shoot, or give it to the hot hand. Nolan's got the hot hand tonight. Let him shoot the three. Just because you don't want – I mean, I don't think these guys are selfish, but it's just like, you know, if it's not for you, give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
you go down and play your game.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there,
No,
Coach.
you're fine.
Columbia City, yeah, we shot the ball well in the first quarter.
Yeah.
That's why we were in that first
That's
quarter.
exactly
And then
right.
same thing happened, same thing here. So we're going to kind of live and die by how we shoot the ball. Unfortunately, it's becoming a trend of we're shooting around 35%.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough to win ball games if that's going to be your shooting percentage. You have to find a way to get the ball inside. And we were just talking about at the break. When I mean inside, I'm gonna against a team that we're playing right now. Some teams you can't do that against. You know,
Right.
Nolan can't drive in there with a 6'8" guy.
Exactly.
They don't have that. So you know, it's something where I'm gonna get the ball in his hands and let him create.
Yeah.
Almost every single time down the court.
Right.
And I would look at that and say, boys, we're spreading the court. I'd go 4 low, let him go to work. And
There
if
you
we
go.
have guys doing some cross screens down low here, we can then flash high, get the ball in, kick it around, and a little bit of what we're seeing, too, is we're holding ball a little too long.
We are.
We get it in the wing, we hold it. We get it top of the key, we hold it. Then we make a play. Well, it's easy for a defense to set up to that.
Right.
What I would love to see us start doing is that the 1-4 low, have Nolan just go at it, and let's see who's the better player.
I think the other thing you can do against that zone is you set somebody up, whether you do it from the beginning or, you know, you get the ball passed around, you need somebody in the short corner. You get the ball in the short corner, the defense comes down, you have your person who's at the high, he can dive, defense goes with him, and that kick out front is going to be wide open, whoever's out there.
Yeah, Kate Andrew, Cam Real could definitely slip down. They might have an opportunity or kicking out. And I don't mind the shots like you're saying. If we're just missing, you miss them. But we're kind of settling for those.
We are.
Rather than working it around. If it comes back to that, that's fine. But, you know, Nolan has 11 points on only 4 shot attempts. He's 3 for 4, made a 3. But he's 4 for 4 from the line.
Exactly.
Go
Get him in the line. Get him to the line.
I mean, that's our guy right now.
It is. But anytime you can get the ball on the inside of the court and make the defense adjust, then you bring them back out, those shots are going to be much easier to catch because you're catching left, right. You're not having people in your face because they have to come and close out. And those are shots.
And I wouldn't be afraid to put Braden Miller on the low post, have him flashing high.
Braden could be a great post.
Him be the weak side,
Absolutely.
him flashing down because he gets to the rack well. Nolan's getting the rack well. So I'll be interested to see what Coach does here. I definitely think we'll see a defensive change here to start, at least mixing it up a little bit. We haven't shown them our corner press here that we do. Once they get across one time. So maybe a few more of those. Like to see Whitko cough the ball up a little more for us and cause some more turnovers.
3 or 4 turnovers. I thought they'd have more, and that was one of their goals, is not to turn the ball over, and they've done a heck of a job.
Yeah, I mean, they have 2 freshmen out there, and they've done a great job on their turnovers.
Exactly.
They've impressed me too with the way they're playing. They're playing hard.
They are playing hard.
You expect that from Whitko.
You know, that's one of the things that I noticed is how hard these guys every single game. Man, it is just like Katie bar the door. Everybody's going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's just the way high school ball is these days.
Yeah, varsity level, it's good quality basketball. And Whitko right here with number 2 Gibbs, their senior, he's their go-to from what I can see. He takes it to the rim very well. He did knock down a 3, so you have to guard that. And that's going back to what we're seeing. I definitely think we'll see a little change in the defense here, and we'll see how it works out in the third. We talk about it a lot too, Zach. Is how do you respond in the third quarter? It's a big pivotal point in a basketball game. If you can come out and win the first 4 minutes and get yourself right back in this game, you're only down 6, but if you can, tie this game up, put the pressure back on them here at home, I think would be a great start for us.
Yep.
All right, we're about 1:25 away from the start of the second half, so we'll take a quick break here and be back for more Wawasee Warrior Boys basketball here on 93.7 FM to make CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers in Napanee, offering real estate auctions, personal property auctions, and appraisal for over 30 years. Brian Wheatrick with Hahn Auctioneers at 1203 East Market Street in Napanee, serving northern Indiana and southern Michigan. 574-268-4940 and online at HahnRealtyandAuction.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Northern Lakes Insurance in Syracuse, offering a wide variety of consumer and business insurance with group health plans. Northern Lakes Insurance behind McDonald's at 201 East Palm Drive in Syracuse, 574-457-5931, and online at northernlakesinsurance.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to Wawasee High School. The score again at halftime is Whitko 24, Wawasee 18. We're about 8 seconds away from the start of the second half. Guys, one last thing before we get the second half started. What are going to be the keys to the second half, do you think, for both teams to come out with a win?
Make more shots.
Shooting percentage. That's the name of the game.
We have to cause some more turnovers, and we're going to have to get some other people involved. I mean, Nolan has 11 of our 18. Jack had a nice layup here. We just got to get the ball working a little more, create some more shot.
Well, we're getting a lot of opportunities in Friday. Everything is contested. We just have to get one or two of those to fall. Confidence comes back, and then we got it.
And I think if you're Whitko, you're going to look at the same game plan and say, we're going to keep doing what we're doing until they prove us wrong.
Absolutely. Here we go.
It'll be Whitko basketball to start the second half. It's in the hands of Gibson. Gibson on the right wing, sets up the play. Throws in the corner. There's a three from Harmon. Off the mark. Rebound goes to Dukes. He'll pass it off to Holsworth, and here come the Warriors the other way. Holsworth up top. Looks to drive in, now backs it out. Holsworth on the right wing, kicks it back up top to Dukes. Dukes to Shoemaker. Shoemaker on the right wing, kicks it up top to Holsworth. Holsworth driving in, goes up for a layup. That's up. That's good. Whitko 24, Wawasee 20. 7:19 remaining in the third
you
quarter.
call them both. Here's the 1-3-1, and there was Holsworth going
Hey, makes
in.
me look smart there, Coach.
You're doing a pretty good job with that.
It's in the corner. Three up. Off the mark.
That's
Rebound.
Over the back, good.
Foul called over the back.
I'll tell you what, Nolan's got a little different look in his eye tonight.
He's calm. He looks calm.
He does, and that's the thing. I was just getting ready. That's what I was looking for. The game. He's letting the game come to him.
Yep.
They're allowing him the open lane. He's taking advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Holsworth with the basketball, looking to get it across the line. He'll pass out to Dukes. Dukes will. Dukes back to Holsworth. Holsworth on the left wing, passes it back up top to Dukes. Dukes to Shoemaker on the right wing. Shoemaker back to Dukes, back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Holsworth now. Holsworth on the left wing, driving in, kicks out to Miller. Miller thought about it, pulls it back down, passes it back to Shoemaker. In the hands of Dukes now. Dukes kicks out to Holsworth. Holsworth thought about a three, pulls it down, goes in for the layup, puts it up off the mark. Rebound, Whitko, and here come the Wildcats the other way.
That's all right. It was a good look. He was almost, I think, anticipating the foul.
Well, he was, and he was floating instead of going straight up.
Grable with the ball. We'll pass it up top to Gibson. Gibson backing it out. Goes to Grable. Grable on the right wing. Down low to Cox. Cox driving in. Puts up a tough layup. It's off the mark. Rebound goes to Wawasee.
Yeah.
And a travel called on Holsworth. It will go back to Whitko.
That's tough. That wasn't his fault. He just tried to get out. Now, you notice we're not fronting him anymore. We're playing behind him.
Yep.
We can do that. Kid turns, and there's no place to go.
It's inbounded to Cox for Whitko. Driving in again. He'll put up a layup again. That one banked off the backboard. It's Whitko 26, Wawasee 20, 6:02 remaining in the third quarter.
That was a tough shot. Sideways in the bank.
Shoemaker with the ball up top for the Warriors. Passes it off to Holsworth on the right wing. Down low to Miller. Miller puts up the layup. That one's up. That one's good.
See, there's a short corner. Now I'm smart.
Yeah, you are. We look good, Coach.
That's all right.
Whitko 26, Wawasee 22, 5:40 remaining in the third quarter. It's Whitko basketball. Grable up top with it. Passes it to Gibson. Gibson back to Grable. Back to Gibson. Now it's in the corner. Long almost lost it. Does corral it. Now it's back in the hands.
This is why Gibson. I love that we went to that 1-3-1. Now Whitko, I don't think they were expecting that, and they're trying to figure out what to do now.
It's Cox down low. Looks out to Long. Back up top. That's Harmon. Down low to Grable. Grable puts up the layup. That one's off the mark. Rebound loose. Fall for Holsworth. Comes away with it. And it's Holsworth driving in. Does a spin move. Goes up. And they call a charge, I do believe.
That's a terrible call.
Oh, man.
That's an absolutely terrible call.
Ooh, that one.
That's not even close. That was
I thought
bad.
that was a good move.
That was bad.
He's frustrated. That's all right. Sometimes you run into that. Keep doing that same move.
That's terrible. He's got guys hanging all over him. That's all right. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's Gibson with the basketball. Gibson pass off to Grable, now in the corner to Harmon. Back up top. Ball ends up in Gibson's hands. Now it's in the corner. That's Long with it. Back to Gibson. Back up top now to Grable. In the corner. Throws it back up to Grable. Grable driving. Kicks it out to Long.
Whoa.
Pass bounced. Looked like it was bounced too much in front of Harmon there.
I think
And
he
it goes
bounced
out of bounds.
through the doors there.
Yeah.
They got a little cross up there. Whitko did. That's good news for us.
Well, we're taking away their momentum a little bit. Their ability to get up and down the floor. They have to stop and think about what's going on.
Dukes to Miller on the right wing. Miller back to Dukes up top. Ball being passed around. It's in the hands of Holsworth. Holsworth back up top to Shoemaker. To Dukes now. Dukes
There's
kicks
a
down low to
short
Miller.
corner.
Miller
See that?
to Real.
That's good
He'll
stuff.
put it up and
Yes.
foul. Then we'll go to the line
That
for
short
two.
corner, the guy diving is going to work.
Yeah, Cam did a really nice job of just kind of
did.
waiting, and then slipped down there.
Because that guy's going to go help, and he's going to be open.
I'll tell you, I give a lot of credit here to Coach Lou. I mean, that's the things I love about great basketball coaches is where you make a change at halftime.
Absolutely.
He watched the same game we were watching, right? He
Yeah.
goes in. We come out with an excellent game plan.
Yep.
And kind of threw Whitko off their game.
They did.
And
Yeah.
they're not sure what to do against our 1-3-1.
Well,
They're
they
trying
should,
to press us, and we're getting
right.
to the middle now.
Well, they should know. They should see it because we played it enough, but I don't know if they thought that we were going to play it against them.
Whitko with a three. And
That's just
Long makes it. It's Whitko 29, Wawasee 23, 4.
Not
Oh,
getting down
ball
the floor.
goes loose out of bounds. I believe it will be Wawasee basketball.
Don't ask this guy down here closest to us. He was going to give it to Whitko there.
Yep.
Ref on the opposite side of us made that call. Stays our ball. We're fortunate.
4 minutes left in the third quarter. Whitko 29, Wawasee 23. It's Dukes with the basketball on the right wing. Dukes up top to Holsworth. In the hands of Shoemaker on the left wing. To Miller now, back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker setting up the play. We'll pass out to Dukes on the right wing. Dukes driving in, thought about a jump shot. Throws it off the Holsworth. Back to Miller. Kicked out to Dukes. Now back to Holsworth. Holsworth driving in. Kicks it out to Shoemaker for three.
Make it.
Get
It rolls around,
Yeah,
drops in.
There we go, buddy.
Whitko 29, Wawasee 26, 3:25 remaining in the third quarter.
That was great ball movement. That was just good stuff.
Yep.
Gibson with the basketball.
I love the young gun shooting it there. Get him more
Absolutely.
confidence.
Holsworth steals the ball away, and he'll go all the way for a layup. Whitko 29, Wawasee 28, 3:05 remaining in the third quarter.
Quick 5-0 run here by Wawasee.
We handled the first 3 minutes well.
Gibson with the basketball. Gibson on the right wing, kicks it up top to Cox. Cox looking around for the pass.
Good.
He's still looking. Holsworth's all over him.
Almost.
And now it's in the hands of Long. Long dribbling up top. He'll pass it off to Gibson. Gibson. Pass it to Grable. Grable in the corner. It's in the hands of Harmon.
Yeah, Jack.
He gets
That
it
was a
stole
foul.
away. And a
And
foul called.
they called
foul.
an intentional. I'm going to yell at him right there. Jack, good boy. I love it.
Good job.
I like seeing the freshman get after it. That was awesome. He goes in there, gets the offensive rebound, gets pushed in the back.
He
Ref,
does.
I cannot believe they called that, which is
I-
actually a good call, but
It
he just
was,
blatantly
but
shoved him.
You don't ever see that called as
No.
intentional. I mean, nothing that was real flagrant, and it really wasn't. He just pushed him.
Shoemaker will now go to the line. He'll put up the first shot. It's good.
Good job, buddy.
Okay.
Whitko 29, Wawasee 29. We're tied. It's 2:34 remaining in the third. He's got a second free throw on the way. Shoemaker puts it up, drops it through, and that's a Warrior lead, 30-29. Wawasee back in the lead.
That is a nice looking. I think those are his first 2 free throws of his varsity career. Has he shot free throw
I think
yet?
he may have.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go back and look. I think he may have.
Those look good.
Yep.
I do believe this will be his best game, though,
It is.
so far.
Because he's had a lot of playing
He's
time.
going to have many more to come.
Wawasee shot 12 foul shots. Whitko shot 2.
How many have we made?
We've made all but 2. 10 out of 12.
All right.
80%. 83%.
Dukes with the basketball.
Look at him.
There you go.
Terrell back to Dukes on the right wing, up top to Shoemaker. Now it's in the hands of Holsworth on the left wing. Holsworth thought about it, doesn't take it though. It's back in the hands of Shoemaker, back to Holsworth. That one he'll take, and that's money.
Big shot.
From three.
All right.
Time out, Whitko. It's Wawasee 33. Whitko 29. That's a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back from our Wawasee Warrior boys basketball here on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is powered by Sox Marina, servicing all the area lakes for over 60 years, offering Viaggio and Trifecta pontoons and smoker craft fishing boats, all powered by Mercury and Tohatsu outboards, and a line of XL hunting boats powered by Mud Buddy surface drive motors. Sox Marina on Webster and Barbie Lakes, or online at soxmarina.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. Wawasee takes the lead right back from Whitko as Whitko takes a timeout. It's Wawasee 33, Whitko 29. And guys, I think one thing we can say about that swing, I think a big part of that was Jack Shoemaker. He started playing very aggressive, getting in there, getting fired up, and I think that fired up the whole team.
Well, he makes that three-pointer. Got a nice roll there, good open shot. He comes down here, offensive rebound, gets pushed in the back. Makes two free throws in Nolan. We had a steal before that.
Right.
Huge swing here by Wawasee to take this lead 33-29.
Yep.
Exactly what you want to see in this third quarter.
You get a couple shots to fall, the confidence comes back, and then you feel like you can't miss.
It's Gibson with the basketball for Whitko, bringing it up. Gibson on the left wing, kicks it up top to Grable. Back in the hands of Gibson. Back to Grable now. Back to Gibson. Whitko passing the ball back and forth. Gibson on the logo being guarded heavy by Jack. Now it's down low to Cox. In the hands. Now it's back to Long. Passed around. Gibson in the corner. Goes back to Grable. Back in the hands of Long to Hartman. Hartman puts up a shot from the free throw line, and it'll drop through. Wawasee 33, Whitko 31. 1:29 remains in the third quarter.
That was a big bucket there for Whitko. They needed that, but pretty good defense by us all around.
We need to shore up the middle of that zone.
Shoemaker passes it off to Dukes. Dukes back to Shoemaker on the right wing. Kicks it up top to Holsworth. Holsworth driving in, goes up.
No way. That is
counting. And they call the foul on the floor.
I'm getting fired up here, guys. How is that not an N1?
That didn't happen. Well, it may have happened out further, but that was a heck of a play, wasn't it?
Good finish. Good take. We'll take the foul, I guess.
Yeah.
It's Miller. He'll inbound it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker passes it off to Holsworth. Holsworth up top, being guarded by Gibson. Pass it off to Dukes on the left wing. Dukes looking out for the pass up top to Holsworth. Holsworth, crossover, puts up the jump shot. It's off the mark. Rebound, Dukes.
Man, he fell on the wrist.
On his wrist.
Oh, man.
Hopefully he's all right. He's kind of shaking it off.
He's calling a flop on that?
On
who?
That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he got hit.
Oh, my goodness.
Holsworth called for the flop.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that's one thing right there that the Whitko coach has been complaining all night about it. They finally give him one on that, on one that's not even a flop.
Not even a flop.
Shoemaker in the corner, three.
Yes,
Bang!
I told you.
What a three by Shoemaker. Wawasee 36, Whitko 31. 42 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, how
it's
about
Gibson
that?
with the basketball,
That's right.
35 seconds. Whitko looking to hold for the final shot, 30 seconds.
Yeah, just let him stand. You're ahead by 5. You're good.
25 seconds now.
Need Cam has to take care of the middle now.
Yep.
You just let him get him turn and shoot.
18, 15, Gibson with the ball. 12.
Remember, man,
it's in the hands of Long. Grable, 3. Off the mark. Rebound loose. Goes to Holsworth. 5 seconds. Holsworth puts up the shot off the mark. Rebound
call it, buddy.
off of Miller's fingers.
Man alive.
So at the end of the third, it's Wawasee 36, Whitko 31. We'll be back at the start of the fourth quarter here on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Jeremy Dorr at RE/MAX Partners in Syracuse, offering a full complement of real estate services specializing in working with buyers and sellers of residential properties. Jeremy Dorr at RE/MAX Partners, 300 South Huntington Street in Syracuse, 574-518-0492, and online at jeremydorr.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by South Shore Social at 10601 North State Road 13, Syracuse, offering an entertainment and dining experience featuring golf and multi-sport simulators, darts, shuffleboard, elevated cuisine, and handcrafted cocktails, including a martini and bourbon lounge. South Shore Social, just north of Wawasee Middle School, 574-337-3131, and online at southshoresocial.net.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back. We're at the start of the fourth quarter. It's Wawasee 36, Whitko 31. Wawasee basketball. It's Dukes with it on the right wing. Dukes to Miller up top. Now on the left wing to Holsworth. Holsworth traveled.
Yeah, he did. Shuffled him a little.
Yeah, picked up the foot.
He's so quick, he kind of gets going a little too fast.
Too much for himself.
Gibson now with the basketball. Gibson up top, looking around for the pass. Pass it on the right wing. It's up top to Cox now. To Long. Long on the right wing. Up top. Pass around to Gibson. Gibson now. On the left wing, up top to Cox.
Who you guarding, Cam? Who you guarding?
He's just hanging in the middle here. That's
Cox.
All right.
Throws it around to Long. Now it's back in the hands of Gibson. Down low to Cox. Cox looking to drive in. Kicks out to Gibson. Gibson puts up the little mid-range shot. It's off the mark. Rebound Miller. Passes it to Dukes. And here it's in the hands of Holsworth. And here come the Warriors. Holsworth up top. Kicks it off to Shoemaker on the right wing. Shoemaker throws it in the corner to Dukes. Wide open three.
There you go.
And he'll put it straight through. Wawasee 39, Whitko 31, 6:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Gibson with the basketball. Down low to Cox. Cox looking around for the pass. Kicks it up top. It's back in the corner to Long. Down low. That's Harmon. Harmon puts up the shot. Foul and one.
This guy, I mean, that was great defense. Hands straight up. Good shot there, but I don't know about an and one, but hey, great pass on here by Jack.
Yes.
He does a skip pass, which is that was a great look. Kane's wide open in the corner.
Absolutely.
Takes a nice set shot there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've done a really good job, though, on defense here this half. I mean, we're playing gritty.
You got the kid just drove to the middle, and he drove to the middle. There was no help. And when you take kids to the middle, there needs to be help.
Harmon missed the free throw. So the score is Wawasee 39, Whitko 33, 6:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Holsworth on the right wing, passes it up top to Dukes. Dukes back to Holsworth. Holsworth thought about it, pulls it down, kicks it to Dukes. Dukes drives in, puts up a little floater. That's up. That's through.
Okay,
Wawasee 41, Whitko 33, 6:09 remaining in the fourth quarter.
That was a great take, Kane.
Sure was. That's what you want him to do. Oh,
down low to Cox, and he's fouled.
But this is the kind of foul that to me makes no sense. Nothing happened. Didn't lose the ball.
Yeah, you're trying to get your hands in there. I mean, it's again, we've done a good job with not fouling a lot, but now we're getting a little more aggressive. That's okay, but you don't want to get them in the bonus too early here.
Not at all.
Whitko looking to inbound the basketball. They'll get it in. That's Long with it, and he's fouled.
That's Jack's fourth. He got two early in the game. He's gotten two here in the last 10 seconds.
He sure has.
That's a good thing, too, to watch and learn from when he's watching film is you have to move your feet.
When you have 4 fouls now, what do you do? How do you play?
Whitko looking to inbound the basketball. It's in the hands of Harmon. Harmon driving in, goes up for the layup. That one's up, off the rim, and a foul called on Cox down low.
Over the back there on Cox.
Sure
That was a good call. Good position there by, I believe, Kane.
Yes, it was.
This is where you look to your seniors and your leaders here to, get the ball in their hands. Let them take this game.
Yep.
It's Miller with the ball, passes it back to Shoemaker. To Holsworth now. Holsworth gets it across the line. Holsworth on the left wing. Passes it up top to Shoemaker. Shoemaker down low. Miller puts up the shot. It rolls off the rim. Rebound Andrew, but he throws it straight away. Here comes Whitko the other way. Gibson driving in, puts up the layup. It's off the mark. Rebound loose. And a foul is called.
That was good defense by Jack that time.
Yeah, he was trying to draw that charge. He did a good job.
Sure
but
did.
They called the foul. Who they called the foul there on? Braden Miller.
30, yeah, that's his third. Boy, we got to watch our fouls.
Yeah.
It's Wawasee 41, Whitko 33. Gibson at the line for two. Gibson puts up the first one. It's off the mark.
Whoa, fouled airball that.
Sure did.
Whew. It's not even windy in here, Zach.
Feel a little gust now.
Huh?
I feel a little gust
you
now.
gotta know.
Gibson looking to put up the second one. That one goes up. That one drops through. Wawasee 41, Whitko 34. 5:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Dukes with the basketball for the Warriors. Dukes looking to get across the line. Passes it back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker across the line now to Miller. Miller driving, kicks it back to Dukes. Up top to Shoemaker to Holsworth. Holsworth on the left wing. Thought about a three. Passes it back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker up top to Dukes now. Dukes on the right wing. Up top to Shoemaker. Shoemaker down low to Andrew. Andrew driving, puts up the layup. It's up. It's good.
All right.
Wawasee 43, Whitko 34. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That's
it's
a big bucket.
Gibson with the basketball.
Right now, Coach, I'd be tempted just to get the ball.
Grable, three. Off the mark. Foul.
Okay, that's going to be – sorry, Coach, I agree with you on that. I'm not a fan of the sitting on it, but I am – be a little more selective.
Yeah,
work
absolutely.
the ball around.
Make them
But
foul
I still, I hammer down. Hammer down. We're up 9.
I think we can handle the ball against these guys without turnovers.
Dukes passes it to Miller. Miller down low, lost the ball, corrals it, throws it. Time out. Wawasee.
It's a good time out there by Coach Lou.
I think he kind of regretted it after he seen the ball get kicked out.
Yeah, but that's one with 4:43 left.
Smart one.
Smart play there. Was that a 30? We're going to keep it.
Yeah, it's a 30.
Okay.
It's a 30.
So,
we'll give it here.
but no, that's protecting your players there in the possession, which is key right now. It's why you save your timeouts if you can towards the end of the game because, a 9-point game, big possession. If we can get a bucket here to put it in a double-digit lead. But Cade Andrew, a nice shot. We did a wonderful job of getting the ball in the middle, and you're seeing what's happening is they're getting exposed. Whitko is you want to keep trickling out, and they're seeing that, and all we do is it's a simple just bounce past the middle. You turn and face, you go right to the hoop, and it's 1-on-1, and they don't have anybody bigger than Cade and what we're doing, so that's what we want.
We've made enough threes tonight that they have a hard time squeezing now because if it goes out, then they're in trouble.
How many have we had, Coach? You have that readily available?
We were 1 for 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are 11. We're 4 for 11.
Okay, so take that all day. And,
I would take that too.
And 3 of them here in
the third quarter. We had, I'm
those
sorry,
three,
we're 5 for 12.
Okay, 5
for 12.
Wawasee inbounding the basketball. We'll go to Shoemaker on the right wing, up top to Holsworth.
Take your time. We don't have to take any kind of a quick shot at all.
Holsworth to Dukes. Dukes kicks it back out to Holsworth. Holsworth back to Dukes. Dukes thought about a three. Now pass it to Holsworth.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't be in if I'm down 9 as a zone.
Holsworth puts up the layup. That one's off the mark. Rebound goes to Miller. Back out to Dukes.
What a job by Mr. Miller.
Yep, he's fighting down there, and you can tell that shoulder's hurting him.
Holsworth back to Miller. Miller up and through. What a pass it was by Holsworth to Miller. as Miller puts it through. Wawasee 45, Whitko 34. 3:58 remaining in the fourth quarter. Whitko basketball.
Look
down low. Miller pokes the ball away.
Hey, this is a good thing for, a lot of these young kids that may be watching, and I know it's Junior Warrior night here tonight.
Sure.
That's a kid you want to watch.
And
the heart he's got and what he's doing with the bum shoulder, he's still out here fighting and grinding. He's got 6 big points and
you can have highlight films with the things he's done this year, just in the first 4 or 5 games.
Whitko basketball. It's Gibson bringing it up for the Wildcats. Gibson to Long in the corner, back up top to Gibson. Gibson driving in, kicks it out to Long in the corner. Long to Cox now. Cox puts up the shot. That's up. That's through. Wawasee 45, Whitko 36, 3:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dukes with the basketball for the Warriors. Now to Miller. Miller brings it across the half-court line. Miller to Holsworth. Holsworth in the corner. Looking around for the pass. Gets to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Dukes. Back into Shoemaker's hands. Now it's to Holsworth.
I am absolutely shocked right now with this defense by Whitko.
Oh, yeah.
In a bad way for them.
Shoemaker to Dukes. Dukes to Andrew. Now back to Holsworth.
We'll do this the rest of the game, and we'll take a victory and
we could do that.
Catch you later.
Holsworth to Miller on the right wing. Miller. Wawasee just bleeds the clock out. Holsworth on the left wing. Passes it up top to Dukes. There's 2:40 now remaining in the fourth. Shoemaker with the basketball. Shoemaker dribbling around.
Come on, guys, you
gets the
gotta
ball
help
poked
him.
away.
You gotta help
Shoemaker
him.
to Dukes. Down low to Andrew. Andrew puts it up. Misses it.
Yes,
what
Nolan.
a putback layup from Holsworth.
Amazing stuff there.
That's just an athlete right there.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy cow. He was right up above the rim.
Oh, jeez.
Wawasee 47, Whitko 36, 2:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. 3 up and good from Long. Time out, Whitko.
That's all right. That was pretty good defense. It's a nice shot there. They got back, but I'm going to go back to that play by Nolan. Kind of a busted play there.
It
Jack,
was.
They finally put some pressure on Jack. Kind of fumbles it there, stays on it, gets the ball to Dukes, and Cade Andrew was wide open down there. Kind of misses the little bunny, and Nolan was right there above the rim.
He just follows the ball, doesn't he?
I'm going to talk to him, too, on that. He was right up there. He should have dunked it.
There's been a couple times tonight where I thought he had it, and I'm like, he could have dunked that, but
no, that was
smart move.
This is the best game he's played all year. It's really good to see.
He's playing within himself. Even though that's a wild play, he still played. He did what he knew how to do.
Well, and you're crashing the
Oh,
board.
my goodness,
Love
yes.
seeing the effort from these guys, and that's one thing I can tell you with our guys. You're going to see effort.
Yes, you are.
And I love watching that. Really enjoy watching Braden out here tonight. You look at the stat sheet, and he has 6 points, and you'd be like,
Right.
oh, well, you know what? Huge 6 points he had.
He was.
But I look more on the defensive end and what he's doing and what he's causing, and he's holding his guy at bay. He's getting those deflections. And Nolan's has 20. Jack Shoemaker, they probably didn't think he was going to come out and put 10 on him. A couple big shots. And right now with 2:09 left in this game, Wawasee up 47-39. You only have a few possessions left.
Right.
So.
And I'm just saying something about Jack. A freshman, he's been played the entire game. He has 1 turnover.
Yep.
And he's handled the ball
very well
the majority of the time.
Holsworth bringing it up for the Warriors.
It's going to be a little trap coming up here.
Holsworth to Dukes.
Another little trap.
Dukes on the left wing, back up top to Holsworth.
Little trap. Good.
Back to Dukes. Back to Holsworth. As Wawasee bleeding out the clock.
Oh,
Jack.
2 turnover. Keep my mouth shut. Don't
you jinxed him, Coach. That's okay.
Jinx. Announcer jinx. It happens to the best of us. We had a couple. I had one earlier with the free throw for Dukes. We're good.
I think he was actually, believe it or not, I think he was ready to fire that and didn't know if he should or not, and he was kind of took his eye off the ball.
It's Whitko basketball in the corner to Gibson. Gibson up top to Grable. 1:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wawasee up by 8. It's Wawasee 47, Whitko 39.
Nothing easy. No
Long
fouls.
throws it to Gibson. Gibson almost gets it poked away. Now driving in.
That's one thing also. I always go back to this. I feel like I say things a lot, but But it's in a good way. These kids are learning, our young guys.
Yeah.
But you have to learn to play defense without your hands. It drives me nuts at all levels. You have to move
Absolutely.
your feet. And as soon as you put those hands on them, they're going to
Yep.
call it. That was a good call
But
there.
I can promise you 100% that would have never been called in the first quarter.
No.
Referees change things at the end. If they think the game's getting out of control, which this is not, then they start making those little calls. That was like a little uncharacteristic for today.
That's all right. They're going to have to, as Whitko makes the free throw, it's 47-40. Wawasee with the lead here with 1:23. One more.
We can hold it for 1:23.
Gibson knocks down the second one. Wawasee 47, Whitko 41, 1:22 remaining in the fourth quarter as Wawasee looks to close out to get the second victory on the year. Shoemaker passes to Dukes. Wawasee gets across the court with Holsworth. Holsworth now looking, just dribble out the clock.
Yeah, just hold it. Let him put you to the line. There you go.
Holsworth fouled.
That's only their. Actually, this is a good thing. For
It
us.
is.
They only have. That's their third.
We're going to take 10, 15 seconds every time, unless they foul right away.
Foul number 20, Harmon. His third, team third.
Come over here.
Well, and for them, they have 3 guys with 3 fouls right now.
Yep.
Look at Dukes is very
Dukes.
smart there.
Yep.
To Holsworth, back to Dukes. 58 seconds. To Holsworth now. Holsworth.
They're not making
to Dukes. Back to Holsworth. And
There you
there's
go.
the foul.
So, I'll tell you one thing that I like there. Duke's very smart. That's a high basketball IQ right there. Catches the ball in the backcourt on the inbounds. He knows you have 10 seconds. Stand there for 8, then dribble across. So
And
you
they
take
didn't.
8 seconds off the clock. You
Exactly.
can't do anything unless you want to come apply pressure, and they didn't.
They didn't come and get him.
Timeout, Wawasee.
Yep, that was good.
That'll be a full timeout, so we'll be back here on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Goshen Home Medical, offering CPAPs, respiratory supplies, and a full line of medical equipment with delivery for over 40 years. Goshen Home Medical at 1501 South Main Street in Goshen, 574-533-0626, and online at GoshenHomeMedical.com.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. We got 51.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Wawasee 47, Whitko 41. Whitko looking to get their first win on the year, and Wawasee looking to get that second victory on the year. Right now, it looks like Wawasee will get that second victory as long as they can close out the game.
Got to hit some free throws. I mean,
Yep, absolutely.
They're going to have to put us to the line. Their next one's going to put us there. You hit your free throws.
Right.
That's going to be.
We got to look for some kind of defensive change. They're going to try to trap a lot of stuff. I like trapping out here if you're on offense because that leaves somebody open. But when they trap, they're going to contest the next pass. So we got to really be careful what we're doing.
Miller inbounding the basketball. Throws it to Holsworth. 48 seconds now left. Holsworth to Dukes. Dukes driving, fouled.
Yep.
And Dukes now will go to the line for 2.
This is where it comes down to.
This is what we got to have.
Whitko foul number 20, Harmon. His fourth, team fifth.
40.8 remaining in the game. It's Wawasee 47, Whitko 41. Dukes at the line for 2. Looking to close it out. Dukes makes the first one.
Attaboy. It's what you want. Your senior at the line.
Yep.
Big moment. Knock down a couple free throws. We're going to go back and no threes. And
Dukes, another one. It's Wawasee 49, Whitko 41, 38 seconds
No fouls.
left.
No fouls at all. Let him go.
It's
They're gonna
Gibson.
go. Let him go.
Gibson driving, layup up, off the mark, rebound.
Oh, good job,
Andrew
Caden.
jump
Good
ball.
job, Caden.
it will stay Whitko. But
It will stay Whitko ball.
real good job there by Kate Andrew getting in there.
Yep.
It's going to stay here with Whitko. You just don't want to give up a 3. Nothing easy underneath. And
Right.
31.1 remaining. It's Wawasee 49, Whitko 41, inbounded to Cox.
Good
Poked
hands.
away
Look
by
at that, look at
Andrew.
that.
Andrew gets the steal, Andrew going all the way, foul, and will go to the line for 2.
Yeah.
I was kind of watching him down there, and he was watching the inbounds.
He was. They were
his eyes are right there. He threw it up. Just not a very good pass. He tips it, and then out-hustles him.
He just goes and gets the ball. Good
28
job.
seconds flat left in the game. It's Wawasee 49, Whitko 41.
Big play there by the
Timeout
sophomore.
Wawasee.
That's good stuff.
And I love the hustle. I mean, he tips it, and then you could easily let that go. And he swings back around. Good hustle. Goes right in and taking a good aggressive move. You're starting to see our young guys, that confidence is growing and growing and growing.
It's almost like this is fun now.
Yeah.
I don't care if you win or lose. It's just fun to be out there to compete.
Yeah, you just go out and play some hoop, man.
Yeah.
You're a high school basketball player.
That's right.
Have an opportunity to get out here, and good for them. Have a little fun, get out and work, and it's always a little more fun to win, though.
It is much more fun to win, absolutely. But the neat thing is whether you win or lose and you know you've done everything you can do, you feel really good, and you can go back, and now let's get better.
Yeah, you leave it all out, which they have,
absolutely.
and a lot of guys have a lot of big plays here. You know, I can name every single guy out here that's played with a play that has been a big
And
a
I've
big one
been
tonight.
impressed with Coach Lou. He's really calm. He's not upset, doesn't get frustrated. He understands where we're at in this stage of the program, and he's just out there coaching them up. He's
a big believer, and he works all week to get the guys prepared, and let them go out and do what you worked on the whole week. And if you've prepared the best you can, the best of your ability, then you may not make every play. You may make some mistakes, but
they're gonna be mistakes,
that's basketball. But when you've worked out hard throughout the week, and then the guys go out and perform, that's a really gratifying thing for both the coach and the player.
It is. These are called paydays. When you win a ball game, you got paid.
Yep.
It's good. It's good to get paid.
Andrew misses the first one. The score is Wawasee 49, Whitko 41. 28 seconds left in the ball game. Andrew puts up the second one. That one also off the mark. Whitko looking to score quick. It's Gibson. Gibson driving in for the layup, puts it up, puts it through. Timeout Whitko.
It's okay.
Wawasee 49, Whitko 43, 18.6.
You just have to hit your free throws. He Kay did a great job getting in there. You'd like to see those go down. It didn't, but right now you want to get the ball in the hands of Nolan. Actually, maybe Jack Shoemaker. Those free throws look good. And preferably I'd like to get Dukes to the line. Let him go. Let my senior get to the line.
Absolutely.
But, good defensive effort. I was kind of laughing, Coach. You're talking about it's payday, and I kind of got a chuckle out of it because where we're at in the college landscape now with NIL and all this stuff. I'm like, we're probably not too far away from it being down here in the high school level.
I hope not. Don't ruin high school basketball.
I think there is sometimes when you are committed to those colleges. I'm not sure about this. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe sometimes with high school games, you're not getting paid for the game, but because you're at that school.
Well, you don't realize what goes on underneath the table.
No.
Neither does anyone. I mean, some people do. I don't, but it's just like, things are happening that shouldn't be.
Well, right now we're looking at with the Wawasee 49-43 lead, 18 seconds. You just got to hit a couple free throws. This game's over. There's not enough time for Whitko to come do anything.
Nope.
But you still have to hit the free throws. There's enough time if you miss free throws. And
come back and hit a three. And
I've seen crazier things, so I don't want to speak too soon. But,
that's right.
you knock them down at the line. We've been shooting well all night, minus a couple there. But, guys have worked real hard. I know Coach Lou's just saying that. He knows where we want the ball to go.
Yes.
So you're probably, you're going to have Jack Shoemaker taking it out, looking to get it to Dukes or Nolan right here.
Shoemaker inbounding. Looking to get it in to Dukes. Dukes back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker running, foul.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
And now Shoemaker will go to the line for two.
That was that was about 4.8 seconds, I believe.
Was it?
Whoa,
well,
that was close.
He was afraid to pass it, but Miller was wide open.
Yeah, you got to get the ball there on that, but that was a little too close for comfort.
It was.
So I'm not the only one that kind of was like, get it.
Yeah.
Shoemaker.
All right, Jack.
Drops in the first one. It's Wawasee 50, Whitko 43, 15.3 remaining in the game.
And Whitko probably got what they wanted, putting a freshman on the line, but he makes them pay.
Shoemaker makes both. 51, 43, 13 seconds. Gibson with the ball. Gibson up top to Grable. 3. Off the mark, rebound, long, puts it up, puts it through, and one.
That was a bad call.
They're going to call that on Jack and one. It's not going to matter. The game's over, but he sealed them with those free throws. I mean, they had 6 seconds, but, another ticky-tack foul there. Coach is kind of – he was straight up, and he went into him. But nonetheless, an and one opportunity for Whitko.
Sure was. If you're gonna get called for a foul, foul him. Don't let him shoot the ball. Grab it.
I'll tell you what I'd like to do if you guys are all right with it. I say we bring the young gun up here for a little interview after.
Oh, that's fine. Sure.
See how he does with the little media action.
Yeah.
We'll test him up here.
We'll talk. I talked to him about his 5th grade work.
Yeah, there you go.
I had him.
About 4 years ago. Geez, 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Long. Makes it.
All right, Wawasee, just timeout here, Whitko. So they're down 5, but 6 seconds. Get the ball in, go to the line.
Yep.
Bleed out the clock. But, hey, Jack fouls out, but played hard. Great game. Best game of his young career. Did a lot of good things. Handled the ball very well, like you said earlier, Coach. And, a couple things on those fouls where both his fouls he picked up within like 30 seconds of each other. They were early, and then he did well. Then he got 2 right away, getting a little handsy. But it's great to see him playing a game and stepping in. And you always talk about next man up. Although he's been playing, 6, 8, 10 minutes without Weston Hoffert here, our senior, I would say he's next man up in a big way tonight.
Absolutely. No, I think he came in and did he did a great job. I mean, he got the points that Weston would have gotten, so we didn't lose anything on the point total.
Yep.
It's Wawasee 51, Whitko 46, 6.2 remaining in the game.
This is also an opportunity where you flash maybe come in here and go long.
Go long, yeah.
Holsworth gets fouled.
Okay. Wawasee up 51-46. Couple ticks came off the clock, so 4.6. I think it's over, Coach, but knock him down.
If we make these 2 foul shots, it's over.
Yeah.
If we don't,
there's an open door, but
we got to have 2 guys
it's going to take
covered.
you 3 seconds to get up the court, even if he misses both.
Yeah, that's true.
Holsworth.
He's not, though.
Oh,
swish.
That's the first one.
It was just as good as a swish, wasn't it?
It was a swish. What are you talking about, Coach?
It bounced around. I thought you about jinxed it there.
That means you're a good shooter. If you can bounce it around off of 4 times and put it in, that's a good shooter.
Holsworth puts up the second one. That one swishes through.
That'll do it. Good win here for
Wawasee
Wawasee.
53, Whitko 46, 2 seconds. Gibson will chuck it up. It does drop through, but the final score will be Wawasee 53, Whitko 49. That's Wawasee's second win on the year.
I'm going to yell at Jack to come up here after he gets through the line.
And what another win for Wawasee as they close out their second victory of the year. We'll be right back with more Wawasee Warrior Boys basketball here on 93.7 FM, the Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Brook Point Resort in Syracuse, offering a family escape getaway featuring a family suite which sleeps up to 7 people, indoor heated saltwater pool, outdoor family cove activities, board games, pizza and pop for the first night. Brook Point Resort, just west of Burger King on Bowser Road in Syracuse. 574-457-4466 and online at brookpointresort.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group in Milford. We are a full-service realty company, including property management services in Kosciuszko and surrounding counties. Our goal is to be a trusted advisor for you before, during, and after your transaction. Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, here to help make your home dreams happen. Located downtown Milford at 120 South Main Street or online at thegingrichgroup.com.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Chubby's Pub and Grub in Syracuse, offering a full menu including daily lunch and dinner specials with a family room. Chubby's Pub and Grub at 1201 South Huntington Street in Syracuse. 574-457-3855.
Wawasee Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, 106 East Pickwick Drive in Syracuse, offering chiropractic, personal training, and rehab services that will get you back into the game. Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, east of Dairy Queen in Syracuse, 574-457-7472, and online at dynamicspinesyracuse.com.
Here is a public service announcement from 93.7 FM The Mix.
The camaraderie and community you experience in high school sports is unlike anything else. I'm McKenna Cruz from Greenwood Community High School.
And I'm Sawyer Tittman from Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Where else do coaches help their players develop as athletes and as human beings?
Where else do student athletes grow together and grow up together?
Where else do parents and fans from all walks of life come together as one to cheer on their team?
High school sports are special because coaches, student athletes, and fans know they are all in it together.
The camaraderie and community we experience is just one reason why we love high school sports and why it is unlike anything else.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the way they bring everyone together by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is unity. This is pride in your community. This is your IHSAA.
Now back to Wawasee Warrior Basketball on 93.7 FM The Mix, CPG-TV, and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Welcome back to the Hardwood TP. The final score tonight is Wawasee 53, Whitko 49. Wawasee gets their second win of the year. We have Nolan Holsworth up here, so I'll pass off my headset so you guys can get on with the interview. Here you go, Nolan.
Let you get situated here, Nolan. All right. Hey, buddy, heck of a game there. We were just talking. Talk me through a little bit about what you guys talked about after the Columbia City game. Here, scoot over this way a little bit. You know, with a tough loss over there against a good team, but bouncing back, coming against Whitko at home, and tell us what you guys talked about a little bit before the game.
So we knew that we had to step up defensively because we had a lot of errors with switching. I mean, you could see it even in the first quarter of the night. In the second quarter, I think we made an adjustment at halftime, and our preparation all week has been about fixing those things and knowing that it's not going to go away, and our flaws are not going to go away no matter who we play. And I think second half tonight, we definitely executed a lot better. We have a lot more work to do, but I'm glad we had some young guys step up and help us get a win tonight.
Yeah, you know, that's well said, Nolan. It looks like you let the game come to you tonight. It's one of the best games I've seen you play in your career here. Kind of just took control of the game. Took what they gave you, going to the rack, getting other people involved, a couple nice dishes, nice rebounds and putbacks and big plays. You alluded to it right there. We have him up here, our young gun, Jack Shoemaker.
Yeah,
hey, buddy.
yeah.
Real proud of you. A heck of a game.
Thank you.
Well played. We were talking about it up here. We were super impressed with how well you handled the ball tonight. I think, you know, a couple turnovers, one late there, but played extremely well. Very poised for a freshman. Hit down some big shots, man. Talk to me about, you know, coming in, starting tonight, and what was going through your head.
Yeah, I knew Weston Hoffer was out, so I knew I had to step up, play a bigger role. I knew I had to hit some big shots, but, you know, my teammates got me open. I hit those big shots. And yeah.
It's, you know, it's sitting up here, man. It's good to see. I've been in your shoes as far as not starting as a freshman. That's awesome. But I'm saying, like, you know, there's some nerves that go into that, right? And I get that, and that's part of why we care and why you care so much. But what a job, man, in knocking those down.
Thank you.
And I can guarantee you Whitko was coming in not thinking that Jack Shoemaker, no offense, right? They're looking at the film saying he's playing 6, 8, 10 minutes a game, and you come and drop 12 on him tonight. Hit some big free throws.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Kind of sealed him right there. Nolan, I want to talk to me as we go forward into the rest of the season here. I think we have Warsaw next. Yep. Right, we know they're a good team. Yeah, but what I like seeing with you guys, and I feel like Coach was talking about earlier, we look like we had fun tonight.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
and if you're having fun, man, you're hooping, you're coming out, doing what we're doing. Yeah. And the game kind of becomes, you know, comes to you, and good things happen.
Yeah,
so
of course.
you guys look like you're playing well together. Starting to, you know, understand each other's roles. So as we go forward, what are you guys going to be working on for Warsaw?
I think, Warsaw is a very tough team. You know, they will exploit anything that you give them. So we have to be ready to go defensively, definitely. our preparation has to be there with our bodies, obviously, our mind, our preparation, and we got to come in the game thinking that we're going to do what we need to do to win the game, and anything but that is not enough.
Yeah, and talk to me a little bit real quick about, I know we've been having some nagging injuries.
Right.
I know you kind of, I wasn't happy with that call. But, the wrist, is it okay? Is it just kind of a nagging deal?
It's a lot better. Just want to thank God that he healed that for me.
Good. Yeah, for sure, man. We need you out there. You're a big part of this team. Gentlemen, I'll let you go back. Enjoy the win with your teammates. Real proud of you guys, all right?
Can I give it a bark?
Yeah, hey, whatever you want. I like it. Jack, hey, keep it up, all right? We'll see you next week. Scared me there, Nolan. Jeez. Good game, bud. Good game, Jack.
Was that a bark there?
I let him do it. I didn't know what was coming, but, that's all right. You dropped 22. I'll let you bark in the mic. That's fine.
All right, well, that will do it tonight for our broadcast. I'm going to give one more shout-out to our underwriters, Brian Wietrick with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorr with RE/MAX Partners Syracuse, South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association. Our next game will be Friday, December 20th against Warsaw. I will not be here for that game, but trust me, I will be tuned in to hear you two broadcasting that game. And, hopefully Wawasee can get the job done and get that win over Warsaw. Another
big one. If
you don't show up, they're going to win. That's all I can say.
That's what happened last time, but you weren't here either. So hopefully we got to see how it goes.
Right,
we got to see how it
goes.
If it goes
bad, I'll kick him out.
That's right. No, I'm excited. I think the boys are that was a huge win. Any win's a good win, but that was good for our momentum going into conference play. I look for a lot of exciting things. We'll have Weston Hoffert back and some pieces that we can throw at Warsaw. So it should be an exciting game.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, well, that'll do it for tonight. Again, next Friday, December 20th, the boys will host Warsaw. Make sure to get here for that game because we want to pack out the Hardwood TP and make it loud here. For now, it's Zach Bowen, Coach Roger Brady, Coach Scott Beasley signing off. Good night.